Hello, welcome in. Happy Mofongo Monday. God bless you, beans. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Memorial Day evening. I hope you're all doing well. God bless you guys. Welcome in, welcome in. Buttons, I can't press them. There we go. Boom. Welcome in, beans. Hello, hello. Also, Rico, good to see you, my brother. Did we give you a shout out? I don't remember. Did I? Hold on. I will fix the mistakes of my life. Hi, Rico. God bless you. And thank you, Raiders. Welcome in, Shadow 88 Warrior. Thank you for the follow. Seth Aurelius, the Arbiter. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for your support. It's really good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you had a happy Memorial Day. If you had time off like I did, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're gonna be going with your family soon to have a barbecue, something delicious, I do hope that you enjoy that as well. Thank you so much, you guys, for being really amazing and for being here. Really appreciate the raid. How was your stream, Seth? Let me know what you did, what you were up to, and if you're gonna be enjoying some barbecue or something after this one. And if you gotta run or you're ready to run, thank you again for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Speaking of memorials, can I make a confession? What's your confession? You stole the last pickle in the pickle jar. That's what you did! Repent. Repent for taking the pickle. You have taken the pickle for the last time. This is definitely not sus. Anyway. Okay. I'm trying to fix my audio. Did I do it right? I don't know if I did it right. I don't know. Blah. Anyway. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Bean stream with the Bean Queen. And then you say, ooh, wah. Always makes my day better. Wait, always makes my day that much better to catch you. Oh, thank you, Cat. Mr. Catzola, appreciate it. It's always good to see you as well. Stream is good. We started some Jedi Survivors, part of Star Wars month. Nice. Very nice. May the Force be with you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, I didn't even know Star Wars got a whole month. That's cool. Welcome in, Shadow 88. If I didn't say hi to you already. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome in, Beans. Also, Gym Farm, thank you so much for funding this project that I just put up today. That was crazy. I was like, what? Nani? You didn't have to. I actually don't have no idea if you're here right now, but thank you so much for your support. Welcome in, everybody on Kick. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello, and hello on YouTube as well. Don't think I forgot about the YouTube. You guys always say that, oh, but so you always forget it. You know, like, no. I'm just dumb. Anyway. Welcome in, Beans. Dude, Gym Farm, like, yeah, flag last year, for real. I was hidden in the flag. Did you guys find me? Did you see me on the flag? They couldn't hide the American Patriot, so they couldn't hide my true Morica spirit. And so we're here, my friends. We're here on this lovely Mofongo Monday, celebrating Morica. Very good. What flag? The flag in the thumbnail. I had a dumb question. I seen your wish listing from Amazon. Were you able to donate other things not on the wish list? Example, glow scriptures and other stuff. Items like flashlights or books. Yeah, you can. So if anybody's curious about Throne, and obviously again, no requirement to support. You can just be here and chill and chat, and I'm totally fine with that. But if you guys want to support me on Throne, you do not have to get any of the things that I have there. You can also suggest things. And I think you can do, I have surprise gifts enabled. So if you ever want to, you know, get me something that's not on my Throne and you think I would like it, please feel free to do that. You totally can do that. That's totally fine. I don't mind at all. Let me just make sure I have that enabled. But yeah, I think you're able to do that. I have to confess, I attempted something that would have cost me my life. I'm sorry for bringing this up, and I know this isn't the place, but I need to confess because I really need your prayers, and I didn't know when else I should have confessed. I would say in prayer to God, but if you need some help, Father Meme, if you're on the Discord server, feel free to, you know, totally reach out to us on the mod team, and we can pray for you. Absolutely. I hope you had a good Memorial Day too, Kill Joker. God bless you. Welcome in. Morka. Hi, baby T. What's up? I did say I was gonna stream today. I usually stream around 6. Sorry, I haven't been good at like putting the schedules up. I feel like I have so many things to do, and my brain just is super overwhelmed these days. But yeah, stream schedule. I don't know what. Okay, chat. I need your help because I don't know what days to stream anymore. So Sunday is obviously like a stream day that I will hopefully, Lord willing, do unless I tell you otherwise. But other days of the week, I feel like Friday doesn't really work. And Saturday, I tend to have off unless somebody wants to collab, and that's the only day they can. What days do you guys want me to stream? And it has to be after like 5:30 p.m. EST. I'll try to figure out your throne. If not, maybe I'll contact a mod. You should be able to suggest stuff. Thank you for the Prime feast stick. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Welcome into the Super Bean Army. Oh, where all the beans are. I can't do the Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. I give up. I give up. Oh, man. Any day is fine for me as long as it's after 5. Yeah, I usually stream on 5 at like 5:30 or 6. No problem working on something for work. Oh, hello, Gym Farm. Wait, what? Not sure what does. Who, what? Flashlights? Why do I need a flashlight? It's not dark. I suggest you go play Space Marine 2. I haven't played Space Marine 2 in a minute. Oh, you said you're not sure what day. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Y'all hear about Kayri losing her dog from Addison's disease? Oh yeah, I have. She's in my prayers. And so is, you know, everybody in her family. She's been going through a lot lately. And so is Kaito. Unfortunately, they've been going through a lot, but yeah, let's keep Kayri in her prayers and, you know, her family. I know she's really heartbroken and devastated, but definitely praying for her. Absolutely. Take care, Philip. God bless you. No, you're good, John. We just started in the last, like, I think 10 minutes or so, so you're good. You're not really late. All right, let's see what's going on Rumble today. We got any rumblers? The rumbling? The rumble? The Royal Rumble? Let's see what's going on Rumble. The Royal... Welcome in, Mr. Potato Head. I feel like you're the only person. Actually, it's like usually you and Discount Soup. Dude, I have like 4 chats to look at. Help. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Stream every other day except Saturday. Yo, Debatage. God bless you, stinky lady. You're a stinker. How are you? My sister in Crest. How are you? Got any rumbling stomachs? Dude, I'm about to go make some hot dogs after stream for real. We're gonna chat. Okay. I need to know, chat. Have you had your American dinner yet for Memorial Day? Are you out on the grill? What are you putting on the grill today, chat? And if you're not using the grill, because I don't live in a house, so I can't use a grill actually. But if you, yes, I think wings count. But chat, let me know what your Memorial Day lunch and dinner are, or if you're only having dinner, let me know what you had for Memorial Day. And if it's not burgers, fries, hot dogs, wings, steak. I'm gonna kick you out of here. Okay, I'm not gonna kick you. But I hope it was a real American dinner, okay, chat? And if you had chicken wings, did you have any like spices and sauces? I will judge you based on the sauce that you picked. I'm not gonna tell you which one I'm judging you on. Okay, good. Barbecue sauce. Very good. Very, very American. Thank you, Freedom Fries, for the... You know, that's so funny that your name is Freedom Fries. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. God bless you. You big gifted chat on YouTube. Goodness gracious. I feel surprised, like, when we get memberships on YouTube. I'm like, that's based. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. God bless you. We had fried cauliflower and cheddar bisque. That's not American. How dare you? Dingus. Do I need to get you a hamburger, Dingus? Bro needs a hamburger. Someone give him a cheeseburger. I don't like cheeseburgers. I actually don't like cheese on my burgers anymore. They're good, but like sometimes it gives me a tummy ache. So I like my burgers with ketchup and mayo and pickles. Or just plain with good amount of salt. You gotta get that salt in there, you know? Burgers, ribs, pasta salad, potato salad, and hard cider. Ooh. All right, chat. If you're over the age of 21, if you're under the age of 21 and you had alcohol, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. But if you're 21 plus, what alcohol did you have today? And don't get drunk. Being drunk is a sin. Drink in moderation. Me as a European watching the chaos involved. Yeah, it's crazy in here. We're grilling steaks with baked potatoes, mushrooms, onions, and ranch beans. We live in the Southwest, so... Oh, absolutely delicious. Ooh, skirt steak with fries. Okay. Coors beer, okay. Rum, I'm a pirate at heart. You like bagels on your burger? Like, why? Seriously, why? I mean, not always. I honestly prefer a plain burger. Maybe with, like, some ketchup on it, and that's really about it. But sometimes a girl wants pickles on her burger. Asahi beer for me. Okay. I mean, I feel like beer is, like, the only thing you should be drinking today, yeah? But, I mean, you know, there might be some wine moms and dads out here. Oh, wine with a burger sounds really weird. Not gonna lie. Spiked Topo Chico? Just for loco, nothing crazy. Yungling and Konoha? What? I don't drink. I like my juice, for real. Red's Apple Ale. OG and apple. Nice. I like drinking Mountain Dew. Of course. Of course you do. I mean, good stuff. Welcome in, Falcon. How are you? God bless you. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Didn't have any beer tonight yet. Okay, yet. Okay. I often season my burgers with McCormick hamburger seasoning. What's even that? Like pepper? Black pepper? A little white wine yesterday. I avoid alcohol. Yeah, I don't really like alcohol, to be honest. Cheeseburgers are peak sauce. Look, if you like cheeseburgers, that's fine. I'm not like lactose intolerant, but I'd rather like not, you know. Thank you for the lyrics. Appreciate it. Cooking TV dinner ribs for the 3 of us. Based. Okay, I see you. Fruit Force. I often season. Okay, I think about it. Over here in Germany, you can drink alcohol at the age of 14 with adult supervision. But luckily for me, I can't stand the taste of alcohol. That's wild. I did not know that. I don't know. Germany's on fire again. What? Wait. What is this suggestion? Wait. Wait, what? Did you just suggest? Wait, hold on. What the heck? Wait, what? Did someone just suggest like a tourniquet? Why do you do this to me? Why must you torture me so? Did I really just see that? Stop the bleed basic kit. I'm okay. Oh, that's for the that's for guns. Okay, that's smart. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought like what? Very good suggestion indeed. Oh man. Sorry. I read your note. That was sweet. Thank you. Lettuce, tomato, dill pickles, chopped onions, and mustard on my burger. If you have any to spare, also don't mind ketchup or mayonnaise on my burger. Guns and corrections, just for saying. Thank you. I was like, wait, I need a tourniquet? Did I break my arm? I had to look at my arm for a second. I'm like, wait, did I break it? I'm like, how would you know? Are you stalking me? That's a really good suggestion though. Thank you. I didn't think about that actually. Doing well. I thought it was time to be a first-time chatter. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I hope you like your stay today. Well, I'm glad that you guys are having American dinners and you're gonna have some beers. It was pasta chicken with peas, carrots, bell peppers, red onions. Yo, Jim Farm's eating fancy. You're eating so fancy. Where's my fancy food? I want hot dogs. Dude, I want hot dog. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna gain 10 pounds when I eat dinner tonight. It's gonna be great. Keeping a consistent schedule is a good idea. Or was it, that seems like something more to align with your personal schedule, regardless. I don't know. I just like, I want to stream on days that you guys are able to like watch, you know. What's wrong with pickles? I don't know. Ask people on Twitch. Is Kick invisible? I'm not, you guys are not, I have 4 chats I need to look at. You guys are not, I literally have to like, look, Twitch is the most active of the 4 chats. So my attention is split. What do you want me to do? Look, I might be a dummy, but I ain't that dumb. Salmon? Ooh, I haven't had salmon in a minute. Fried chicken? Oh, dude. That's delicious. Welcome in, you guys. Waffle House, like the fat electrician says, it's the Roman Colosseum of the South. Go for the food, stay for the meth out behavior. Oh my. That's funny. Yo, Kamoku, welcome in. Won't let me change my name. Oh, it's Sarah's. Oh, hey, Sarah's. Good to see you. Beans and hot dogs. Ew. I mean, I guess if you know what would be nice? Like a chili dog. Chili dog might not be a bad idea. Chili. Pickles are disgusting. All right, mods. I know who we're banning first for today. No, I'm kidding. Don't ban him. Don't or whatever. No banning the pickle haters. I will stare at you in disgust for hating pickles. What am I, British? Oh, you were asking that person if they're British. Bro, we got the British people in the chat, bro. We're cooked. It's over. The British people have taken over America. Everybody run. Go pay your taxes to the monarchy. It's over. We're hanging it up now, chat. Okay, chat. We're gonna do a poll, okay? Do you like pickles? Do you like pickles? Is the poll for tonight. We need to actually no. Wait, maybe no, the better question, are pickles delicious? Or maybe, do you like pickles is maybe a better question. Do you like pickles? Yes. No. I hate you. 5-minute poll. Cast your votes. Everybody who bans no and the other option, I'm going to kick you out. No, I'm kidding. You can vote whatever. I don't care. Alright, chat. Cast your votes. I need to know if you like pickles. And if you hate me, I will find where you live. Why are we talking about hairy cows? What is going on? I swear, Kick Chat is like the most cursed place to be in. This is ridiculous. How do we do polls again? I forgot how to do this. Oh, there we go. Peak. Oh yeah, on YouTube too. Hold on. Let me put a poll here on YouTube for so you guys don't say the oh, you forgot me again. Here, now go vote. Go vote for your pickle. Our pickles a soup. Where the heck do you get that from? Which pickles? Dill, normal, curry? All the pickles. Just pickles in general. Pickles. Coworker drinks pickle juice for his cramps. Bro, this stream is about to go wild. This is gonna be the pickle stream. We're no longer Americans. We're just pickles, Chad. No more beans. We're just pickles. It's Overwatch, dude. We're actually cooked. All right. Okay, so we have some pickle enjoyers on YouTube. Rumble, I'm sorry, I don't think I can do polls on Rumble. You'll just have to go to one of the other platforms that do. Gherkins? What's a gherkin? Like a Birkin bag, but gherkin? Alright, so we've got mostly yes. Okay. Many pickle enjoyers. Kick being trolls as usual, but that's fine. It's good. Wubba lub dub. Pickle Rick. You leave us in our own world so we entertain ourselves. What? I literally respond to you guys. What do you mean? No, Jip4, we gotta send you a fancy sting. You have to eat chicken. Someone save this man. Oh, no worries, Speed Emperor, you're good. Don't worry about it. Now chili with or without beans? I don't know anymore. Can't stop, won't stop. Look, I'm trying to entertain you. This is difficult, okay? It's like I'm juggling a bunch of pickles. All right, chat. Next question. Is hot sauce peak? I hate hot sauce. I actually hate spicy food, period. Look, you can, depends on the hot sauce. Look, we can watch a hot sauce video, chat. How about that? Hot sauce. Why is there a song called Hot Sauce? A K-pop song. I tried every hot sauce. All right, chat. That's a 54-minute video. Never mind. Dude, why are these videos on hot sauce so long, dude? Oh man, Good Mythical Morning. I remember when they were a bunch of knuckleheads. Irish people try Danny Trejo's hot sauces. The Try Channel. What is this? Why are we even talking about hot sauce and pickles? I forgot. Ooh, do the fat electrician video? Wait, not hot, fat. I almost said hot electrician. Wait, fat electrician has a video on hot sauce? The real reason Sriracha disappeared. Okay, I guess we can watch this. This was from like 2 weeks ago. Alright, chat. You've convinced me. Let's watch some fat electrician. We're just chilling today, by the way, if you guys are curious. I didn't really have like a topic. I just wanted to relax and chill with you guys for like an hour or two, maybe. Also, really quick before we go into this fat electrician video, thank you guys so much for your support on the keychain plushie, the little bean keychain plushie that I have up here on the screen. So as of right now, we have 59 out of 100 funded, which means we only need 31 more to go, I think. Right? No. 31? No, 41 more to go, sorry. Apparently I can't math, but that's okay. Fat Cat Tuxedo saying meow in my chat. So thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it a lot. And I did get in contact with the artist that's working on my 3.0 outfit, which is going to be for my comic. It's going to be one of my newer outfits. So if you guys, thank you for your support on that. Thank you for, helping me, be able to reach these different goals. I really appreciate it. And if you didn't see on Twitter, kind of the sneak peek for it, I can show you here real fast. Oh no, I didn't save it. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and save that from Twitter. I have 3 different, well, more like 5 different concepts that they gave me, but there's only like 2 that I actually really like. And of course, if you're on Patreon, you do get access to all of this stuff way before anybody else. So feel free to join my Patreon if you'd like. Obviously, you don't have to, but hopefully starting next month, you guys will be able to see all of that behind the scenes stuff. Actually, no. Now I think about it, I think behind the scenes stuff will like permanently only be for Patrons and a few people who have supported the project outside of like being on Patreon that have like really supported. But once so I'm gonna have a 3.0 model probably coming out like late summer, early fall, and then you guys will be able to see behind the scenes stuff then. I just don't want to beforehand. So here's a small sneak peek into what the artist is working on. So this was one of the concepts that I really liked. And it'll probably end up being one of the forms in the comic. I'm not sure yet. And I think the art looks really good so far. There's stuff that I like from the first 2 concepts that will probably be blended in. And then one of my favorite details that I shared with you guys yesterday was this Bible and a incense holder. And because I'm Orthodox, I actually do have like 2 incense things, but they don't look like this. And I'm really, really excited. It looks great. Oh, we got another raid. Yo! Chiode! My sister Christ! Hello! Oh, wow, double raid. I don't know who to shout out first. Thank you. Aw, hello, lovebirds. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. What's up, Albion? Oh, Albion Awakening. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Hi. Hi, Chione. Hi, Elias. God bless you guys. Please, let's give a warm round of applause for Mr. Elias and Chione. They're both amazing brothers, or brother and sister in Christ. English. It escapes my mind. They're both amazing. They're also hopefully engaged by this point in time. And they're very nice people. You guys should go check them out. They're really amazing Christian VTubers. So if you're looking for more people to watch, I highly recommend them. And if you're into gachas, Elias really likes playing gachas. Chione is very outspoken about her faith, which is really nice and beautiful to see. So if you want to check them both out, please do. They've been great friends. I think Elias, I've known you longer for like 2 years now or something. Or almost 2 years, I think. Yeah, something like that. So if you guys want to check them out, please do. Big shout out to both of them, and thank you so much for the reads. What were you guys up to, by the way? And White Vision Prime, thank you so much for the tier 1. 3 months, man. This is crazy. This is great. Not engaged yet. Waiting on a ring. Sister, you need me to speak to this man for you? Tell him to put a ring on it. Happy Memorial Day. Happy American Day. Jenny, hello. I'm doing good. How are you? It's good to see you. I want to collab with you. I know I didn't get to do anything for DreamHack, but it's so good to see you. How are you? Are you streaming right now? What gacha you play? I play Honkai Star Rail. Just don't ask me how much money I've spent on the Honkai Star Rail. That's all I know. Just don't ask me how much on the Star Rail and we'll be friends forever. How was your stream, guys, by the way? What were you up to? Were you watching American things? The Americanos? You guys gonna go have like burgers and stuff? I know you guys live like in a house. But like, are you gonna be doing some barbecuing and stuff now for Memorial Day? Let me know what you guys are gonna be up to. And if you have to run, totally feel free. Don't feel obligated to stay if you're not able to. I know that you guys are probably gonna be celebrating and having a good time. I'm just here about to watch the fat electrician in his recent video on why Sriracha disappeared. I didn't even know Sriracha disappeared. I thought that was still a thing. Give me 1 second. Gotta move something over real fast before I jump onto this so I don't lose my place on the chat. RAFTR after true crime. Nice. Want to collab to you? What games do you want to get back into? I really want to get back into Valorant. I really want to get back into Valorant. You best forever and I love your content. Thank you, White Vision Prime. God bless you. Thank you. Appreciate your support. They think they changed the Pepper person. Uh-oh. Because he got in a huge lawsuit?
Advent King
Oh my goodness.
Donated $2 through Super Chat.
You having an easy day and have some work to do? I got you. Take care, man. God bless you. Thank you. My car's extended warranty. Next thing you're gonna do is sell me a bridge in Brooklyn. I don't want to touch Brooklyn with a 90-foot pole. I'm thinking Valorant. I think that was one of the games that you mentioned that you wanted to play. I've been hating it, but I would love to play with you. my mindset exactly as to why I quit. I started hating it. And I was getting very, very, like, I'm chill right now, but I know I used to be, like, so toxic, always getting angry, always trying to win, always trying to, like, rank up, and all of that stuff, so I know how you feel, but I'm down to even play Overwatch or something else. I like playing Marvel Rivals as well, so whatever you want to do, I don't mind. I have other games as well if you want to play something else, but yeah, let's watch this Fat Electrician video. I'm really curious. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. And thank you on YouTube. Oh my goodness, Freedom Fries. Thank you for another gifted. Wait, am I I hope I'm not breaking your bank or anything, but thank you for the 5 gifted memberships on YouTube. Make sure to say thank you to Freedom Fries, guys, if you got one.
The fact there's absolutely nothing I can do without falling into a rabbit hole. I quit eating hot sauce like 10 years ago, went and bought a bottle of my old favorite hot sauce, and it tastes different, and now I'm reading appeals from the 2nd Appellate Court District of California. Today we're talking about sriracha, okay? Like 10 years ago, it used to be my favorite hot sauce, and then one day there was some huge shortage of sriracha. Nobody could get it. There was like a drought or a lawsuit or something, and the only place you could find it was on eBay for like $300 a bottle.
$300 a bottle? Dude, I love capitalism, bro, but like sometimes this is the kind of stuff that I'm like, you know, maybe we should be badunked off of this planet real fast. Hold on. I got banned for 8 hours for not even queuing in. That's horrible. We must beat the oligarchy. No, I'm kidding. That's terrible. Well, I guess we're gonna have to play Valorant or something. If you can't afford it, you don't want it. Goodness dude, you're like poking me. You're basically saying that if you can't afford the cookies, you just say that you're broke. Yo, I'm dead, bro. That's so funny. Oh man, that's hilarious. If you're broke, just say so. Oh man, dude, that's like that's gotta be some of like the worst. Actually, I meant to tell you guys before we started this video, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Did you guys see that tweet on Twitter? This crazy dude. Hold on, where is it? I know this is gonna make you mad. I'm sorry. I know we're here to watch Fat Electrician, but this tweet made me really upset. So, Mayor Jacob Frey, let me see what state, from Minneapolis. So not surprised. Bro's like, today we remember George Floyd, who was by a former Minneapolis police officer 6 years ago. That moment changed our city forever. And guess what? He made that tweet before saying Memorial Day is a time to remember the brave service members who gave their lives for our country and freedoms we enjoy today. We owe them and the families who carry them moving forward our deepest gratitude. So bro is like, you know what? Yeah, let's just talk about George Floyd first. And then look at this. Look at this. We're committed to honoring the place both as a memorial with global significance and as a neighborhood where people live, work, gather, and heal. The weight of what happened is still with our city 6 years. Like, it's Memorial Day and your first tweet of the day as a mayor of one of the most corrupt cities in the United States is this? Look, I feel bad that this man got put down, but he's no hero. He literally overdosed on substances and got in trouble, and then for protection he got downed. What is wrong with you people? Like, I genuinely can't believe this on Memorial Day of all days, dude. Like, I'm baffled. Like, even my tweet today, first tweet for the day was
through Super Chat. If you're a brokes boy, just say so.
Yes, you're broke. Just I said, good morning, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. God bless those who have sacrificed their lives for our nation and the families who waited anxiously for the return. Like, this is a good tweet. Not whatever nonsense this guy put out. And look, you can do whatever you want, but you're gonna get clowned on. I will absolutely. And it's like, why? Why do we need to remember George Floyd on Memorial Day of all days? I feel bad that the guy got, destroyed, but like, he was asking for it. He's no hero. And to conflate, at least make it a second or third tweet, like later in the day. Excuse me. Or, I don't know, can you wait until tomorrow? He wasn't a good person, bro. I'm disgusted by, like, these liberal Democrats, man. Absolutely no respect for our country. Sorry to get a bit political there, but it bothered me so much this morning when I saw that tweet, because God forbid that we hold people accountable. He cried at his coffin. Oh my, the drama, the pain, the suffering. Oh my gosh. I'm baffled by the nonsense that comes out of some of these political people's mouths. Like, you have to be kidding me. I'm praying for his George Floyd's family, because that must have been a weight and a half to carry. But still, anybody who puts that stuff in instead of Memorial Day things first, you are not America first. You just like crime. You like. Yeah, I just don't think I can talk about substances like that on stream because of YouTube. So I want to avoid, that. Yeah, he's basically the patron saint. And I saw that and I'm like, dude, Memorial Day is for remembering the people who died for this country because they went to go serve to protect us, not for someone who decided that they wanted to put their life on the line because they were on some substance and they couldn't control their life and they had a bunch of crime history and all that stuff. And then you prop him up on a pedestal. Like, when does this nonsense end? Anyway, pray for George Floyd's family and the people in Minneapolis, because this is ridiculous. Back to Fat Electrician.
Bottle. It was insane. So, like a normal person, I switched to a different product and haven't really looked back since. And then 3 days ago, I got a wild hair up my ass for whatever reason that
what? He said what? Lord have mercy. What did I just hear? I'm here, like, I'm gonna learn about sriracha sauce. Bro's talking about that.
Wanted some sriracha. The drought or whatever was causing it to be messed up 10 years ago is probably over, and I could probably just go to the store and buy a bottle of sriracha, so that's what I did. So I find it on the shelf, I find what I know to be sriracha, the green little cap with the squeezy bottle with the chicken on it, and then right next to it is like 5 other bottles of hot sauce that are all claiming to also be sriracha.
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
Okay, that's weird. Usually.
All right, chat. I need to know, do you like sriracha sauce? Give me a 1 if yes. Give me a 2 if no.
Knockoffs, you're allowed to knock off a product, but you have to call it something different. You can't just be like, I'm gonna make a knockoff of Coca-Cola and call it Coca-Cola. You're gonna get sued into a
wrong. I'm gonna call it Coca-Cola.
oblivion. Why is the term sriracha not trademarked? But you know what? Doesn't matter, because I know what the real sriracha is. So I grab a bottle of cock sauce, I go, I check out, I take it home, I
Did he just call it cock sauce? Because of the rooster on the bottle? Oh my goodness, this guy's killing me, dude. I think the sriracha is not gonna kill me first. It's gonna be that one statement he made.
Eat the sriracha. This is not sriracha. I don't know what it is. Doesn't taste the same, okay? It's been 10 years. Could my taste buds have changed? No, I'm fat. An elephant never forgets. I know what sriracha is.
Hey, I'm fat too. You think he'll give me a high five?
And that shit's not sriracha. Okay, something's gone horribly wrong and I need to figure out what it is. My initial thought was, okay, over the course of the past 10 years, some investment firm, some venture capitalist group bought out sriracha, added a bunch of preservatives, changed the recipe, made it worse so they could improve profit margins and make a bunch of money, and ruined a perfectly good product. Per usual, that's probably what happened. Then I look into it. I was wrong. It's way worse. Let's just get to the ad. I'm upset.
Mom. Hey, Dad, Mom wants to know why there's 50 of these in the kitchen.
Oh, that's his son? Wait, he has kids? Oh, look at you. Look at the little boy. Oh, he has another boy. How many kids does anybody know how many kids he has? That's so cute. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Oh. That woman, I remember she was really freaking out, and I believe it to her it was demonic. Yo, welcome in Expedition Saturn. I mean, it sounded kind of demonic, low-key. Sriracha's Taiwanese for cock. True story. Like rooster? You're lying, bro. Stop lying. Stop lying in chat. I don't like liars. 2 or 3 kids? That is so cute. Oh my goodness. If I ever have kids, bro, like, well, not if. Well, God could come before then, so that's why I say if. But anyway, when I have kids, you know what would be really cute? There's this one VTuber called I think Otsukare or something. I don't know if this is like true or not, like, but her daughter is like a young toddler or something. I don't know, like a young kid or whatever. And she has a VTuber model for her kid. And I'm like, you know what would be really cute is like one day if like me and Gabe, like when we have kids, we get them a VTuber model. That would be kind of cute, low-key, because I don't do like IRL. I don't plan on ever doing like IRL content, or at least not showing my face if I ever do it. His wife is Hispanic based.
It's a long story. Just tell her I needed it, okay? Just give me that. Mine. Anything else?
So she doesn't know why there's 50 of the hot sauces in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, neither does the audience yet. We're getting to that.
That's so cute. I'm smiling so much because this is so cute. Like, his kid's like, I don't know what she asked why there's 50 bottles of sriracha sauce. That's so cute.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, we got to tell them the whole story first.
But tell us why there's 50 of those hot sauces in the kitchen.
I will, but you got to watch the whole video. Now look at the camera and say, delete me.
Delete me.
Perfect. High five. Love you.
Right.
See you later. This video is brought to you by Delete Me, okay? Super simple.
Oh man, dude, kids are so cute and they're such a blessing from God, man. Anybody who doesn't want people who say like kids are a curse or they're like a lot of work, they're wrong, chat. They're wrong.
We're just going to take it from the top. Our story begins in 1975. The communists take over Vietnam. Living inside of Vietnam at this point in time is a 30-year-old man of Chinese descent by the name of David Tran. And as far as I can tell, David Tran is just a normal dude that has a hobby of making hot sauce in his free time. Okay, ethnically, he's Chinese, but he was born in Vietnam. He spent his entire life in Vietnam. He's Vietnamese by all accounts, okay? But the communist government, over the course of the next couple of years, starts adopting anti-Chinese policies, and eventually he is forced to flee his home country of Vietnam and board a ship with 3,000 other Vietnamese people of Chinese descent, and that ship's name is the Hoi Phong. Now, the Hoi Phong is supposed to be taking all these people to Hong Kong so they can be refugees, but Hong Kong at this point in time is being run by the British, and the British are like, no, we're not fucking taking you. So they're stuck out on this ship for over a month, not knowing where they're gonna go.
Bro, what is the story, man? Bro becomes a legend after being stuck on a ship. He's like, you know, how can I make everyone's life miserable when I get back? Huh, sriracha sauce.
go, and finally America steps in and is like, it's fine, bring them here, we'll take everybody in as refugees. So now David Tran at 33 years old finds himself in California, doesn't speak English well, if at all. He's here through absolutely no fault of his own, and he's got to figure out how to make a living, and the only thing he's got is hot sauce. He doesn't need to speak English, he doesn't need to have technical skills, because everybody appreciates a good hot sauce. If he can make it and sell it, that's going to be how he makes his living. So that's what he does. He starts making his hot sauce, and he's literally refilling old baby food jars with a spoon and funnel with this homemade hot sauce, and then hand delivering it on a bicycle to restaurants and anybody else that'll buy it. And the dude is just working his ass off doing this. He's working 18 hours a day. There's even a
Dedication. See, this is the American dream right here. No, I'm kidding. Don't waste your life away, but putting that dream to the test. Bro came on a boat and he said, I'm gonna go make a living. That's crazy though. Wow. Empty baby food containers. Wow.
Story that one of his kids tells later in life, that when they were a baby, he would work for 18 hours a day making this hot sauce, and he would have all the, juices and everything all over his arms, and he wasn't even able to hold his kids when they were babies because he smelled so much like pepper and hot sauce it would make the kids cry. Like, it's impossible.
Oh, dude, that's wild. Wow. Kids are the best kind of work. True. All right, it sounds like we've got some parents in here.
Possible not to love and respect this guy. Like, dude is just forced into the worst situation imaginable, has to move to a foreign land where he doesn't speak the language, and just works his ass off and does everything he can to provide for his family. And it works. His hot sauce becomes like a cult thing in LA, and by 1980, he buys a 5,000 square foot warehouse where he ramps up production. Okay, do you understand how impressive that is? Like, I'm gonna say it a little bit slower. He moved to California, doesn't even speak English in 1978, and by 1980, 2 years later, he buys a 5,000 square foot warehouse in LA, which is...
This guy is the embodiment of the American dream. You come from whatever country with nothing, and you work hard, you have a great idea, and boom, it pays off, hopefully.
Renowned for having cheap real estate. Okay, this dude is a complete badass. Okay, so he gets this new factory up and running. Once he does that, he adds a couple of new flavors, and one of them is going to be based off of a Thai-style hot sauce known as sriracha. Sriracha was the town that this style of hot sauce was originally invented in, so he just calls it sriracha. He slaps...
That's so wild. Really? It was that simple? Man, I thought there was this whole spiritual meaning, like sauce that fills the soul or something. That sounded better in my head. Oops.
Slaps a chicken on the bottle because that's his zodiac sign, and then puts...
Bro, he's got... See, this is putting meaning behind the things you do. Chicken is a zodiac sign. Bruh. Kind of based.
A bunch of Chinese shit all over it, and he calls his company Hoi Fong Foods, named after the ship that brought him to America. Okay, just so we're all on the same page, a Vietnamese guy flees communism, moves to America, starts a hot sauce.
We don't support communism on this channel. Very good. Flee the communist country.
Company takes a recipe from Thailand, puts it inside of a Chinese branded bottle, and then sells a shit ton of it to achieve the American dream. I love everything about this story. It's the most American shit ever. From here, over the coming years, sriracha becomes outrageously popular. At this point, he probably should have trademarked it. Couple of problems. One, you can't really trademark sriracha because the word sriracha is just the name of the town the sauce was created in. It'd be like somebody trying to trademark the word Los Angeles. You can't do it. So at this point, most people would be like, okay, we're gonna give it a different name so that we can trademark it. But David Tran is like, no, we're calling it sriracha. I don't care. If you want to make another hot sauce and also call it sriracha, that's fine. I'm still gonna win because my shit's better. He's just a complete gangster about the entire thing.
Patents are for the week.
Okay, another $1 into the reasons you should love David Tran jar. Like, that is the best attitude on the planet. Like, I'm gonna beat you not because my lawyers made it illegal for you to compete with me. I'm gonna beat you by just beating you and outperforming you and giving the customer a better product. And while that is a great attitude to have, great attitude alone isn't gonna make a great product. A great plan is, and David Tran has that plan. Hoi Fong Foods is gonna make their sriracha.
Wow. Dude, like, this dude's just based. Like, the more I listen to this guy's story, like, the more based he is. That's awesome.
sriracha by using fresh, locally sourced ingredients. He is buying red jalapeno peppers from local farmers, having them picked in the field, taken straight to his factory, and turned into hot sauce the exact same day. Is that cost effective? Absolutely not. He could probably make way more money, have way better margins if he was buying a bunch of shit from overseas that was dehydrated, thrown into a barrel, and shipped across the ocean, but that's not what he wants to do. He wants to have it fresh, and he wants to support the American economy. He literally says he
Dude, can we get more people like him? Because there's a lot of people who don't care about America, but will use and destroy the country for their own personal gain. I like this guy.
locally sources everything that he puts into his hot sauce as his way of giving back to America for bringing him into this country as a refugee. Okay, impossible not to love this guy. Comes to America, works his ass off, does not compromise on morals whatsoever. Like, I'm gonna do the right thing, I'm gonna create a superior product, I'm gonna support my people, and I'm gonna fucking win, and that's exactly what he does. Fast forward, by 1988, he's selling so much hot sauce that he's having trouble sourcing enough red jalapenos to be able to keep up with demand, and a local farmer, Craig Underwood, the owner of Underwood Ranch, hears about his issue and writes him a letter, not an email, not a text message, doesn't give him a call, writes him a letter that literally just says, and I quote, "Do you want me to grow you some peppers?" To which David Tran is like, hell yeah, grow me some peppers. I need a lot more peppers. So Underwood Ranches starts planting these red jalapeno peppers. And because the ranch is so close to his factory, they're actually able to pick the peppers, put them directly onto a semi truck, drive them straight to the factory. And within 6 hours, they are turned into hot sauce. And this is what makes sriracha so good. They're using the freshest ingredients possible, not a bunch of dehydrated shit that they can buy from anybody. So sriracha explodes in popularity even more. Okay, and it's worth noting, he's not even trying to market sriracha. The product markets itself. The sriracha has never spent a single penny on advertising or anything else. It's just like, you try it, you like it, you buy more, the end. That's David Tran's entire business model. I create a superior product, the customers will come to me. And it works. Sriracha starts hitting mainstream. It's getting sold all over the United States, at which point sriracha does start getting some backlash. There's interviewers and reporters asking questions like, hey, why don't you make it a little bit milder? Some people say it's too hot, to which David Tran responded, and I quote, "Then use less. Hot sauce is supposed to be hot. Duh."
This motherfucker don't miss.
Now, really?
Dude, I'm just like, sorry guys, I'm not pausing it much and reacting, but I'm like so engrossed in this story and also like tabbing through 5 million different tabs right now, but like also listening, and I'm like, I'm still not gonna have hot sauce. But like, this is a great story. It makes me want to support any future products you might have that are spicy.
Shit between Underwood Ranch and Hoi Fong Foods goes on in a conventional sense for like the first 10 years. Basically, Underwood Ranch grows some red jalapeno peppers. They sell them by the pound to Hoi Fong Foods. That's how it's normally supposed to go. And by the end of that 10-year period, Underwood Ranch is supplying 95% of all the red jalapenos to Hoi Fong Foods. And Hoi Fong Foods is accounting for approximately 25% of Underwood Ranch's business. The problem is sriracha is getting more and more popular by the day, and he needs more red jalapeno peppers, and he wants Underwood Farms to grow them because they have a great relationship. So he goes to Craig Underwood and is like, hey, I need you to grow more red peppers. To which Craig Underwood is like, hey, look, you're accounting for 25% of my business already. That's probably too much for diversity. Like, if I lose you as a client, I'm gonna go out of business. I can't risk growing more of, my available land on these red peppers because it's just too risky. I can't do it. Go ahead and buy some red peppers from somebody else. I'll keep supplying you as much as I possibly can, though.
How about no?
But David Tran doesn't take no for an answer. He's like, no, you grow the best red jalapeno peppers. I need you to do it. You're the best at it. Here's the deal. Rather than you footing the risk of having to grow these peppers and then me buying them by the pound, I will pay you up front for every acre of these peppers that you plant.
Oh, wow.
Meaning that David...
Oh, wow. I don't even know if like economically if that's worth it, right? Like, because at some point, like is it like a one-time lump sum for everything, or does he end up like actually continue to pay him? I'm actually curious.
Tran is now footing the risk of, if there's a drought or, a famine or there's a bad crop, whatever, the fault and the risk is no longer on Underwood Ranches. It is now on Hoi Fong Foods, which is a deal that Craig Underwood just can't turn down so he agrees. And from here, as far as I can tell, they shake on it, and that's that. There's no contracts, no nothing. Underwood Ranches over the coming years converts all of their farm into just growing red jalapeno peppers for Hoi Fong Foods. The entire thing is one crop for one client on a handshake agreement. And you know what? It works like a charm. And now that Underwood Ranches is only growing one crop, they start to become experts in growing red jalapeno peppers. Him and his right-hand guy, a guy by the name of Roberts, actually develop and build a harvester so they can harvest all of the peppers with a machine rather than sending people out into a field to pick them by hand. And this goes on for years. Craig Underwood and David Tran actually become really good friends. They watch each other's kids grow up. They're going to each other's houses for holidays. Everything is perfect. And then by 2007, David Tran has a meeting with Craig Underwood and is like, hey, you need to make your farm bigger because I'm going to need more peppers because I am buying a new factory that's going to be 600,000 square feet. Okay, and if you don't know, acquiring more farmland is not a simple process by any stretch of the imagination, pretty much anywhere in the United States, but especially in places like the Midwest or California, where real estate is notoriously expensive. But from Craig Underwood's perspective,
That's amazing that he got to see, like, they got to see each other's kids grow. Like, how often do you even hear stories like this, man? I feel like these stories are, like, really rare nowadays, no? At each time, okay. Oh, wow, okay, that makes sense. Ahead of time. I gotcha. Yeah, this story is really good.
this is, not just a business acquaintance. This is my homie. He knows where I live. He knows my kids. We've been working together for 20 years at this point. If he needs it, I'm going to get it done. Underwood Ranches invests millions and millions of dollars and acquires 1,800 additional acres close to the new Hoi Fong Foods factory so they can keep supplying them. Now, presumably some of that land was bought, but a lot of it had to be leased. And when you lease farmland, you're leasing farmland for decades at a time. Nobody is leasing farmland for like a year or a couple years at a time. It's like, no, you're going to sign a lease and you're going to be on the hook for this lease for the next 30 years, which is extremely risky for Underwood Farms, but he's betting on sriracha. This thing is blowing up. It's selling everywhere. And he's been with this guy for 20 years. It seems like a sure thing. Okay, and if you weren't around or you don't remember, in like the 2010s, sriracha was absolutely everywhere, right? Like they were putting sriracha on hats, shirts, Lay's.
Dude, this guy has to be like a billionaire at this point, right? Really quick though, I'm curious. Never mind, not billion. 150 million in revenue as of 2022. The company has warned customers about counterfeit versions of its sauces. Dude. Hold on. $150 million? Dude, I mean, I doubt he was making $150 million at the start, but like, think about from like 2000 going forward, making like millions of dollars. Dude, what is this guy's net worth? Hold on, net worth. Let's see. According to Forbes, David Tran's net worth now exceeds $1.2 billion. He owns 100% of the company. He still shows up to work in the same blue shirt and cap. He still walks the floor of the Irwindale factory he built. That's insane, dude. Holy smokes. I mean, look, great product. And clearly he seems like a humble man. Oh, God bless his soul. But let's see here what Reddit says. Oh boy. Well, let's keep watching the
had a
video.
potato chip sriracha flavor, and David Tran got paid for none of that, by the way. He could have probably sued for trademark infringement, not for the word sriracha, but for the use of his rooster logo, but he never did because he just viewed the entire thing as free advertisement, which it
That's smart. It's free advertisement at this point, yeah.
absolutely was. Like, if you're in the hot sauce aisle looking for a new hot sauce, you're like, oh, I've seen 17 hipsters wearing a sriracha hats and sriracha shirts, and there's sriracha cookbooks and sriracha Lay's potato chips.
Dude, this guy's he's swimming in dough, man. His kids' lives are set. But I mean, obviously with the lawsuit and stuff, let's keep watching.
To buy fucking sriracha. So Craig Underwood goes through with it. He acquires all this new land, fronts millions and millions of dollars, puts himself on the hook for decades for this farmland, but everything's gonna work fine because sriracha is not going anywhere, and for years, it goes great. The new 600,000 square foot factory opens up. Underwood Ranches is at full tilt making red jalapeno peppers. They are growing 100 million pounds of red jalapenos a year, delivering 50 to 60 semi-loads every single day to Hoi Fong Foods.
Spicy.
And despite this scale, they are still going from picked off the plant to turned into hot sauce in like 6 hours. Hoi Fong Foods is now a billion-dollar company selling hundreds of millions of dollars worth of hot sauce every single year, and Underwood Ranches is, as far as I could tell, the largest red jalapeno operation in the world. And at this point, sriracha is continuing to grow at 20% revenue year over year, which is insane. These two men have literally made something incredible off of nothing more than a handshake agreement and both working their ass off. And then it all goes to shit.
What do you mean?
According to the court documents, in approximately 2014, David Tran wanted to give his sister-in-law, who was working for the company, a big raise, but he felt that his wife and son, who sat on the board, wouldn't approve it. So David Tran came up with an idea that he was going to make a new company and just give the company to the sister-in-law as a way to get her to make more money. And that new company was going to be called Chili Co., and Chili Co.'s entire job was going to be acquiring red jalapeno peppers and ingredients for Hoi Fong Foods, and that was going to be that. That's how he was going to pay his sister more money. Okay, I'm going to say that again, but slower, so we're on the same page. David Tran has just elected to hire somebody who presumably is not qualified to take over the operation of acquiring red jalapeno peppers, which is not even a job that needs to exist because he has one guy that gets him all the peppers that he needs on a handshake agreement. But for some reason, we're going to interject this person that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing to try to acquire the peppers that they already fucking have. Okay, I've said this a million times. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Everybody's making literally billions of dollars selling hot sauce and growing chili peppers. Just don't touch it. Leave it alone. Continue making money. But that's not what somebody that's a new hire that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about is going to do. Absolutely not. Chili Co. starts looking at the numbers and they're like, well, you know, actually, we could buy these dehydrated chilies from China and they would only be $300 a ton. So I think that Underwood Farms should try to compete with these dehydrated chilies from overseas while he's supposed to also deliver brand new fresh chilies that are picked and then turned into hot sauce in 6 hours while he's growing them in California, of all places.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
So Chili Co. goes to Craig Underwood and is like, hey, we could get this competitor's chilies for $300 a ton. We want you to be able to sell your brand new fresh chilies and deliver them to us with your semis for $500 a ton, to which Craig Underwood is like, absolutely not. It literally cost me almost $700 a ton just to grow these things. That's not possible. At which point the appropriate response would have been, oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. I'm an idiot. Forget I said anything. Is that what they did? Absolutely not.
But that's simply not possible.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
The next year, in 2015, Chili Co. pulls Roberts, aka Craig Underwood's right-hand man that helps him run his entire farming operation, aside and tries to hire him away from Craig Underwood. Roberts declines and kind of attributes the entire thing to a miscommunication.
He's absolutely right.
Around the same time, David Tran gets a hold of Craig Underwood and is like, hey, can we fly a drone over your farming operation? We just want to, you know, look at the crops that are growing, which is weird. He's never done that before, but also, like, drones are new. I've been working with this guy for 20 some odd years. Fuck it, why not? Yeah, as long as it's for, like, your personal use or you just want to look at it, like, that's fine, go ahead. So Hoi Fong Foods, David Tran flies a drone over, records all this footage of their farming operation, and then nothing seemingly ever comes of it. Then, 2016, Craig Underwood is on vacation out of the country. They know that, so they have Roberts come to the Hoi Fong Foods factory where the Chili Co. head and David Tran basically sit Roberts down and say, hey, we're starting this new company, Chili Co. You're gonna work for us. Not asking him to work for them, pretty much telling him, you work for me now, to which Roberts is like, no, I don't. I've been working for Craig Underwood for 2 decades. That's my guy. I'm not leaving him. They get super pissed. They then turn around and are like, okay, well, we can still buy this stuff from China for $300 a ton. You're going to sell us your stuff at $500 a ton, or we're going to go elsewhere. They literally can't sell it to you at $500 a ton. It costs them almost $700 a ton to grow this shit. So not only is demanding that price delusional, this also breaks the entire thing just by going from paying by the ton to the original agreement of we're going to pay you for every acre that you plant, because it shifts all the risk back onto Underwood Farms, and now they're screwed because they only grow jalapenos at this point and they're stuck. So in the coming months, Underwood Farms...
Dude, this whole story is... It's like, it's only a matter... It's never like if, it's just when something's gonna like fall apart. This is...
tries to negotiate a new price with them, but it doesn't really go anywhere. So by the 2017 season, he's not able to plant any jalapenos, so there's no jalapenos in the ground. There is now a massive gap in the supply chain that's going to have to be filled somehow. So Chili Co. goes about trying to buy peppers from everybody else that they possibly can, because you're never going to believe this. Nobody has 100 million pounds of fucking jalapenos lying around, and it's really hard to find that many.
I am stunned.
Suffering from success must be really nice.
Just stunned.
So in an effort to help find that, they give all the drone footage of all the proprietary techniques and technology and all the intel that they had gathered through espionage to all the other jalapeno farmers without Underwood knowing.
This is bullshit.
So essentially, Underwood Farms is basically dead in the water, and they're on the hook for all these thousands of acres of farmland that they leased for the next like 20 to 30 years. Like, they're gonna go out of business. While that's going on, Chili Co. and Hoi Fong Foods are getting jalapenos from anywhere and everywhere else that they can, which means the quality isn't that great. Some of the peppers are picked too early, some of them are dehydrated, they're having to use green chilies instead of red jalapenos. It's a giant fucking nightmare, which leads to the hot sauce tasting different, looking different. It's like a burnt orange color. People are mad that the sriracha doesn't taste like sriracha. Nobody knows what's going on. So now presumably Hoi Fong Foods is also financially hurting, so they just start digging through all their accounting and they're like, actually, we think a couple years back, I think we overpaid Underwood Farms like $1.5 million.
$1.5 million? Can I have that if you don't want it? Oh my gosh. My wallet cries.
We're going to take them to court and sue them, so they have to give us $1.5 million, and that's going to help with our financial burden.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Okay, and I cannot stress to you enough that this is probably the dumbest fucking idea imaginable. Okay, I've been threatened with quite a few lawsuits in my day, and I have avoided all of them by saying one simple statement back to their lawyers, and that statement is, okay, sue me, I would love to go to discovery with you. Because discovery is this magical part of the judicial process where both parties have to come to the table with all of their evidence, and you can subpoena and get all of their internal records and figure out exactly what was going on, which presumably is exactly what happens. And when Chili Co. and Hoi Fong Foods have to turn over all of their shit, it becomes very apparent that they have been plotting for at least 3 years to screw over Underwood Farms, at which point it goes from them suing Underwood Farms for $1.5 million to Underwood Farms suing them for $23 million and winning in court.
It was perfect. Perfect.
And this is what caused that magical time like 10 years ago, 2016, 2017, where nobody could find sriracha on any shelves anywhere. And if you could, it was like this weird different color. It didn't taste the same. It was all because it wasn't the same. The whole thing with sriracha was they had fresh red jalapeno peppers that were grown in California in a particular part of the world that were plucked, transferred to the factory, and turned into hot sauce in 6 hours flat. It was literally a multi-billion-dollar money printing machine with a beautiful backstory with 2 hard-ass working men on a handshake agreement that built a fucking empire together, and the entire—
And they ruined it. This is why you never let women lead.
entire thing was harpooned by one stupid— it's greed. It's pure greed. Like, why? Everybody was winning. It wasn't broke. Why would you try—
I'm messing around, by the way. Well, anyway, how are you guys doing today? You enjoying the story about sriracha sauce? Anybody else want some sriracha sauce?
try to fix it. You've got some moron that didn't build this company whispering in your ear like, oh yeah,
we all have mansions, we're all rich as shit, but you could have a little bit bigger mansion and be a little bit more rich if you fucked over all your friends.
And then you blew up the entire thing. Congratulations. So yeah, that's why you couldn't find sriracha on the shelves 10 years ago, and that's why the sriracha today tastes a little bit different. Oh, but you know the funny part, you know what Underwood Farms did after they won the $23 million lawsuit with sriracha? They turned around and started making their own sriracha, and guess what they called it? Fucking sriracha, because you can't trademark the word sriracha. So now, made with Underwood Farms with the actual chili peppers, you can get Underwood Farms sriracha, and I'm gonna be honest, it tastes very similar to the original sriracha, but it's a little bit spicier, and I kind of like it more. So,
bro, imagine dropping the ball like that and letting your multi-million-dollar empire just crumble overnight because you want it to be nice to your family. No, you want a job? You want a pay raise? Ooh. I'll send you a donation.
Yeah, I found my sriracha. I wish I could tell you what the next video is going to be, but who knows what rabbit hole I'm going to fall into.
Dude, imagine losing a bunch of money because you... Bro. Look, I don't like spicy food. I don't care about sriracha sauce, but this was a very interesting story. I was into it. I'm like, you know, family, fun, you know, hard work, American dream, and then it all goes into the blender. What the heck is wrong with people, dude? We need to watch another one. Yo, let's watch the Subway video. All right, who likes Subway? Chat, I need you to give me a 1 in chat if you like Subway. 2, you don't like Subway. 3, it's trash. But I want to watch another fat electrician video. 2.5. 2.5 wasn't an option. But okay, fair enough. Okay. All right, chat. We're going down the fat electrician rabbit hole. I need to know what... Oh, I actually don't like... I used to eat Subway when I was in college. But, like... garbage.
You know it's going to be good when I have to call my lawyer before I post the video. Today we're talking about Subway. Why? Because I went there for like the first time in 10 years the other day, and they asked me for a tip at checkout, which annoyed me.
Okay. Do you guys want to watch the Costco one, or do we want to watch Subway first? 1 for Subway, 2 for Costco. It's also warning to not go to Planet Fitness. Okay, I see a lot of 1s. I'm seeing some 2s. How the U.S. destroyed half of Iran's navy in the 80s. Gotta do Red Bull or Jägermeister. What's that? What's the second one? 3.5. Okay, 3.5 wasn't an option on the list. It's either 1 or 2. 1, we do Subway first. 2, we do Costco first. It's one of those 2 options. You can't miss it. It's right in your face. Subway's garbage. I'm glad you have taste. Yeah, no, I'd rather make my own sandwich. Chat, if you have a wife at home or a girlfriend, tell her to go make you a sandwich. Pick number 3, my lord. Okay, now you guys are just trolling. Okay, we're doing this one first and we'll watch the Costco video.
So then I looked into it, and then I found out that you can get hepatitis from a sandwich. I'm not exaggerating, that actually happened, and it's like...
Hepatitis from a sandwich? I had to pause it there because I'm like, wait, did he just say hepatitis from a sandwich? Lord, Lord have mercy. You can get hepatitis from a freaking sandwich, bro.
The tip of the iceberg, and to be honest with you, this is also the part where my lawyer explicitly told me to insert a disclaimer in this video. So here's Jake the lawyer, aka the Internet Esquire.
Okay, here's the deal, Subway Group, now wholly owned by affiliates of Rourke Capital and formerly known as Pizza Super Submarine Sandwiches. My client, the Mr. Fat Electrician, is providing in this video true or substantially true information derived from reasonably reliable and publicly available material. There are no known falsehoods made, and any analysis of the material presented is made solely for the purposes of news reporting, protected commentary, or new understandings. In no way is this video or the things said by my client in this video in any medium now known or hereafter devised throughout the universe and in perpetuity in any way a sponsorship or endorsement of Subway Group. And any so-called conclusions drawn by my client as a result of the material are that of opinion, satire, or are otherwise accurate depictions preserved in their full context when not otherwise artistically interpreted for the purposes of valuable public commentary. And notwithstanding the foregoing, we reserve all right, title, and interest in and to the presentation of the materials presented in this audiovisual format, and with God as our witness, pray that no binders be bound against you as a result of this video. I'm Jake the Lawyer, signing off.
All right, in case you can't tell, this video is going to be unhinged, so let's just get the ad out of the way now, and then we can watch my blood pressure rise for the next 15 minutes straight. This video is brought to you by Supremacy World War III, a free-to-play online PvP strategy-based game available on mobile and desktop. It is based on a World War III type scenario, which definitely isn't becoming more... I mean, serious heads, and I called that. They also just released their new out. Let's get back to the video. All right, story time. I used to go to Subway every single day my junior, senior year of high school, and the entire time I was in college, I pretty much exclusively survived off of Subway and protein shakes. And this is back in the day when that Jared from Subway guy that lost a bunch of weight was still in every other TV commercial and plastered all over billboards all over the country, and footlongs were $5. So when I went into Subway the other day for the first time in like 10 years, I was expecting the price, you know, probably went up a little bit. Inflation, everything going on, it's probably not $5 anymore. That's fine. I go in, I have my sandwich made, I get to checkout. My sandwich was like $19.
They said market price.
$19? Bro, you can make 10 sandwiches with that.
So right out of the gate, there's some sticker shock, but immediately I'm looking for silver linings. I'm like, okay, Subway's probably one of these companies that has like a pretty high minimum wage for their workers, and that's what's going to justify the price of the sandwich. It's actually going to the worker. That, you know what, that's fine. And then the cashier does the classic swivel the fucking tablet around, asking me how much money I want to leave for a tip.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Dude, I swear these stores are getting way too comfortable, bro. I've seen this. What am I gonna tip you for? Serving me a sandwich? These restaurants and these chains, man.
Immediately, I caved to societal pressure because I don't want this young lady to think I'm an asshole, so I leave a tip, I grab my sandwich, I go eat my sandwich. While I'm eating the sandwich, I'm just stewing. Like, I don't think I should have to tip the people that work at Subway. Not because I don't think, you know, they provide a service, they did a good job, or, you know, they deserve to make more money. They do, that's fine. But the company should be paying them more fucking money. I just paid 300% more money for my sandwich. Pay your employees more money. I understand Subway's a restaurant and like you tip people that work at restaurants, but it's not like I sat down, a waiter came out, took my drink order, took my food order, brought me my food. There was no service involved, okay? I stood there and told you how to make the fucking sandwich. I was the project manager on this sandwich, okay? As far as I'm concerned, I'm part of the team.
Part of the crew, part of the ship. Part of the crew, part of the ship.
At this point, I become convinced at some point in the past 10 years, all the big wigs at Subway got together in their headquarters in some secret underground layer underneath the volcano or wherever Subway's headquarters is, and they had a meeting, and in that meeting, they were like, okay, guys, we need to pay our employees more money. Option A, we can raise the price of the sandwich 300% and pay our employees more money. Option B, we can raise the price of the sandwich 300% and then we can add a tip screen. That way, when the employees are mad they're not making enough money, we shift the blame from us to the customer. Okay, I'm sorry, you don't get to charge me 4 times as much for a sandwich and then also try to paint me as an asshole to the high schooler behind the cash register. It's not gonna happen. So now I gotta know everything. I start digging into Subway.
What is... Grab a shovel.
So once upon a time, 1965, there's a 17-year-old kid named Fred DeLuca, and he wants to go off to medical school, but he doesn't have enough money to pay for it. So he's like, hey, my family has this rich friend. He's a nuclear physicist. He's got all kinds of money. I'm gonna go to him and ask for his advice, probably secretly hoping that the guy's just gonna offer to pay for my college. To his surprise, instead, nuclear physicist guy is like, I'm not gonna pay for your college, but I will give you $1,000 to start a sandwich shop, and me and you can go into business together, and then you can use the money from the sandwich shop to pay for medical school. And $1,000 in 1965 is like 20 grand today, so not an insignificant amount of money. So they open up Pete's Submarines, which is the original name for Subway, and for the first couple of years, they don't really make any money, and a humongous problem they have is people keep calling to order pizza. Because apparently Fred DeLuca in all the radio advertisements has a thick New York accent, so when he says Pete's Submarines, what people hear is Pizza Marines. So rather than learning how to say Pete's Submarines, he's like, fuck it, we're just gonna rename the restaurant Subway. From here, they start like breaking even. They're making a little bit of money, but like it's nothing to write home about. He's not gonna be able to go to medical school anytime soon. And he's like, okay, hear me out. I've got an idea. We're not really making any money with the submarine shop. What if we double down and open a second submarine shop?
Bro, is this gonna be another like they dropped the ball? Like, is this actually gonna be another dropping the ball story for real?
Team big.
Right? Basically, he uses reverse psychology into tricking people to come in to eat these sandwiches because when he opens up a second location, people are like, oh my God, they're opening up second locations. They're expanding. They must be delicious. And he starts getting more business. Some of the best advice I've ever heard in my entire life when I was in the military was fake it till you make it. And that's exactly what they're doing here. And it works. Now, ultimately, this is going to be their downfall. But at the time, it makes sense. Fred identifies, hey, rapid expansion is what's making money. We're going to keep rapidly expanding. More locations, more money, more market dominance. Makes sense. So they start opening up Subways everywhere, and then they start franchising, which is, you know, basically, hey, you can use my branding, you can use all my vendors, I'll show you how to do this job. You pay me a bunch of money to open up a Subway, and then you give me like a percentage of your cut, and then they just start opening up franchises all over the United States. And this is actually brilliant for Subway because Subway has a ton of advantages when it comes to franchising. Because Subway, they're just making sandwiches. They don't need deep fryers. They don't need a big cooktop. They don't need all the stuff that other restaurants need. They don't need a ton of special equipment. There's not a bunch of special training. Everybody on the planet knows how to make a sandwich. So the overhead to open up a new restaurant is extremely low. The amount of training you have to give employees is extremely low. And the amount of space that you actually need to have a functioning Subway is also extremely low because, again, they don't have ovens and deep fryers and all that other shit. Which also means that it's really cheap to start a Subway because there's not a lot of overhead. So you could open up a Subway for like $150,000 to $200,000 where...
Dude, this is capitalism, man. Chat, what business, chat, I need you to let me know, what business do we start? What's our venture gonna be where we can we can make that much money? Dude, I need to figure out, like, what's it gonna be? Wait, what if we make beans that are like Labubu dolls, but they're bean boo-boo dolls? Green grade sandwiches? Our new store. Enchiladas? Oh, I mean, I'd be down for that, dude, for real. Thank you for the 25 bits and Keto Kitsune. Thank you for resubscribing. Goodness, it's been 13 months, dude. You've been in the community for really long. Erin the Mariner, thank you for the follow. Dreadfang, thank you for being here. Clandestine Merkbutt, thank you for the follow. Torg, thank you again for the sub. Really appreciate it, dude. I gotta figure out what's my venture because I'm trying to get a little piece of the pie here.
Competitors like McDonald's are like $2 million to open up a McDonald's. And this is where Subway's fixate.
I can't call them Beanie Babies. Come on. Oh my God, the Crusades.
With hyper expansion starts to bite them in the ass because, again, that's all they care about, just more Subways. More Subways is the answer. More Subways equals more money. Typically with a franchise, the franchising company like Subway or McDonald's is committed to making sure that their franchisees, aka their restaurant locations and their owners, are successful. There's a lot of ways that they do this, and one of the big ones is typically having territories. So like Chick-fil-A or McDonald's will look at a city and be like, okay, this city has one McDonald's, it's big enough for two McDonald's, but we're gonna stick it on the other end of town so both of these franchises can be successful. Subway, on the other hand, doesn't appear to give a shit because remember, all they care about is having more Subways. More equals more money, so they don't care how close they get put together, and there's Subways across the street from Subways all over America. I'm not exaggerating. In my small town in Iowa, there's 3 Subways, and 2 of them are in the same parking lot. One of them is in Walmart, and the other one is like 200 yards outside the front doors of Walmart as a standalone Subway. So obviously, they start cannibalizing each other's profits. They're literally competing with themselves. And that's not even the worst part. The overall franchise agreement, I've looked into a lot of restaurants to have franchising. This is the worst one by far. I would be shocked if it's not the worst one on the planet. Not only if you open up a Subway, will they let somebody else open up another Subway right across the street and cannibalize a lot of your profits, they also have like the highest franchise fee that I've ever come across at 12.5%. And a franchise fee is taken from gross revenue, not gross profit, meaning before you even take out all the costs of running this business, Subway's taken 12.5% right off the top. To put it into
Bro, that's insane. Holy smokes. I mean, I guess that would lower like your tax liability per franchise though, no? And then like the main corporate would have to pay that.
perspective, McDonald's franchise fee is 8%, so Subway's is 50% higher for a much simpler business. And that's not even the worst part. In the Subway franchise agreement, well, in every franchise agreement, really, there's, terms where you can revoke somebody's franchise. Basically, like if a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A isn't living up to the McDonald's or Chick-fil-A name, they can take away the name so you're no longer a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A, so you don't ruin their reputation across the entire country. And Subway has the same thing. That's fine, but theirs is intentionally broad, and they can basically take your location location from you for a wide variety of reasons, and they've been taken to court multiple times, being accused of nitpicking minor stuff to take over very profitable locations. Including in 2005 when they seized 2 Subways in Dallas, Texas from a lieutenant colonel in the Army Reserve who was actively on deployment in fucking Afghanistan. Now, to be fair, I don't know what their justification was for why they seized the locations, but considering the fact that in 2009, Subway lost the court case to said lieutenant colonel because they deemed it illegal, I'm gonna say they weren't fucking good enough. But hypothetically, just for fun, let's just say they were good reasons. Subway corporate identifies 2 restaurants in Dallas, Texas that aren't living up to the Subway standard, and they're like, what's going on here? What should we do? Oh, the owner's on deployment in fucking Afghanistan and isn't there to run it appropriately.
Bro, this story, and I keep pausing at like the best frames possible. I swear this, like, I thought, you know, it would be like, oh, you know, they betrayed each other because they wanted like the dough, and it's like, well, it's my idea, right? And then they're like in a fist fight for it. What is with these people like ruining great franchises? I swear, like, money does something to people, man. Money really does something to people, and I can't explain what it is. Maybe it just exposes how terrible people really are.
Should we A, step in and help during the most stressful time of their entire life, presumably? Or should we B, repo their businesses, take their family's livelihood, so that while they're also fighting a war, they can deal about their family back home and losing their business? Huge W for corporate Subway. Makes
what? And on Memorial Day, no less, we get to hear this. This is insane. Oh
some look great. I'm sorry, I'm getting horrifically sidetracked, but you guys get it. The franchise agreement is complete and utter bullshit and has been for the majority, if not the entire time Subway's been in business. Back to the timeline. In the 1980s and the 1990s, Subway is growing like crazy, and then in 1999, they have their first major scandal when 32 people in Seattle got hepatitis from 2 different Subway locations for eating a sandwich. One of which was a 6-year-old boy who went into acute liver failure and had to get a liver transplant.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't understand what you said. Could you put that in layman terms for me?
I'll be honest, didn't even know you could get hepatitis from a sandwich, but a new fear has just been unlocked for me, and I think we can all agree that, you know, the healthy, fresh option giving you hepatitis isn't a great look for Subway. So now Subway's hurting. They need a new PR campaign to turn this entire thing around, and in 2000, 1 year later, they find it in a college student that had lost like 250 pounds, supposedly only eating Subway, Jared Fogle. He starts filming commercials talking about how much weight he lost only eating Subway. He's bringing up his old pants and now he can fit in like one leg of the pants, showing off how much weight he lost. It is a humongous marketing success. Legitimately one of the most iconic and successful marketing campaigns of all time. Everybody knows Jared from Subway. He becomes the face of the company. It's so successful that Subway corporate said between 2000 and 2011, they credit Jared's ad campaign with 1/3 to 1/2 of their growth during that time. And during that time, they tripled in size. So you can't really argue with the results of this ad campaign. However, it's not something I would ever advise having somebody off the street become the national spokesperson for your humongous company. Why? Because if they do some crazy shit, it's gonna make the entire company look bad, and this is why most huge companies have a fictional character as their mascot. You've got Ronald McDonald, Burger King, the Michelin Tire Man, Tony the Tiger. They're cartoons, they're safe, they're never gonna get pulled over for a DUI while they have a pile of blow and a hooker in the back seat. Like, that's the idea. And I'm sure you all know what I'm getting at, because in 2015, Jared Fogle ends up getting arrested and sent to federal prison for 15 years for, and I quote, illicit sexual conduct with a minor and having a bunch of illicit child material.
Oh, dude, my brain's actually gonna explode. Why are these people so garbage? Oh, the pain, dude.
On his computer. Okay, unpopular opinion, 15 years, not enough. Okay, there's nothing funny about this, but the amount of just tragic irony and foreshadowing that the college student that got famous for fitting into a smaller pair of pants ultimately gets put in federal prison for trying to get in little kids' pants is horrific. Now, that happened in 2015. Luckily for Subway, they...
Somebody get the flamethrower, please. Get the flamethrower, get him! Put the millstone around his neck. Holy smokes.
Kind of been phasing Jared out as their head of marketing since 2008 when they came out with the $5 footlong. Again, I'm not saying a lot of positive stuff about Subway, but their marketing team is on point because the $5 footlong also is one of the most iconic marketing campaigns of all time. I mean, we all know the $5 footlong jingle. $5 footlong. The only jingle that's ever been made that's better than that is J.G. Wentworth, and I don't even know what the fuck J.G. Wentworth does, but I will know his song till the day I die. So the Subway $5 footlong absolutely dominates. This came out in 2008, right when, you know, the housing market crashed, the economy's in the tank. You could go and buy a footlong sandwich for $5. People loved it. Well, most people loved it. Pretty much everybody loved it except for the franchise owners, because the franchise owners were like making little to no money. Some of the sandwiches they were even losing money on at the $5 price point. But they have to do it because Subway can set the prices, and if they can't set the prices, they can at least advertise the fuck out of it so everybody that comes into your Subway expects a $5 footlong, and then once you've already made it and they're mad that it's not $5, what are you gonna do? Throw it away? You're gonna sell it for $5 and save what money you can. I know what you're thinking. Why would Subway be willing to make a $5 footlong if they're not making money on it? Oh, that's simple, because Subway corporate doesn't give a fuck about its franchise owners. At least that's what it would appear to be, right? They're screwing them over left and right, and Subway takes 12.5% of their gross revenue, meaning not profit. So they're taking 12.5% of that $5, even if it costs them $6 to make it. Subway corporate is still getting paid.
At a Slendy and a man.
You'll still mention have a dono. Dude, I just like, you know, maybe there's a reason I stopped eating Subway without knowing the true disgusting behavior behind the people, you know, supporting this nonsense. Also, I think we're gonna have an ad break soon here on Twitch, so I'm just gonna take a pause because my mind is just like, I think it exploded. I genuinely, like, the bro mentioned this guy and then dude did the, I'm just like, I can't. I don't ever want to step foot in a Subway. Holy smokes, thank you for the donos, thank you for the super chats.
Man, Subway went through a lot in the past. Reminds me of KFC's history.
KFC, okay. What do I not know about KFC? I need to know what I'm missing out here. What happened with KFC? What's their history? Please, I don't want any more today. My heart's gonna break, and then we gotta watch a Costco video. Bro, we're genuinely cooked in America, bro. Like these big great franchises, just the most despicable people in the world. So we're going through an ad break right now, and I know you guys are invested, so I don't want to pause this until it's over on Twitch. So I don't know what to think anymore. I think I've lost my will to live. Oh my gosh, dude, this is insane. Oh, this ad break needs to be over on Twitch. I want to go back to watching this. Thank you for the 100 bits, Iron Tiger. KFC is a Utah original, so the name lies. Wait, really? Dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my, he has a video on KFC? Okay, so we're gonna watch Costco next, and then we're gonna watch the KFC video. Is the ad almost over? Look, if you guys want to avoid ads on Twitch, there's two ways you can avoid it. First, you can go on Kick and there's no ads. Second, you could get a sub. Maybe there's a generous oil baron who would like to donate some Twitch subs. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to, but if you're feeling generous, perhaps there's an oil baron out there for us today. Oh man, that was funny. I'm baffled by what I'm listening to. Like, for real. He had, oh goodness gracious, wow. That's wild. Oh Lord, have mercy. Ads over.
Fuck the franchise owner. And this is kind of the peak and then the downward slide of Subway because the controversies just keep coming after this. First, they get busted because the footlongs aren't
1,000 kicks and this bottle of mystery hot sauce.
Thank you, Barrel of Mercy. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 1,000 kicks and the barrel of mystery hot sauce. Surely we won't find any rats or bats or China in that secret barrel of hot sauce you gave me.
Actually a foot long. People are walking in with tape measures, measuring them. They're 10 inches, 11 inches.
Bro, where's the missing inch on my foot long? Oh man, I gotta be careful. Hold on.
Not 12 inches. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of defend Subway on this one because this is a stupid complaint. It's the same amount of dough. They just didn't stretch it out enough before they put it in the oven. It's the same amount of bread, the same amount of calories. You're getting what you paid for. And that's really all Subway had to say. It was like, hey, sorry, the employee didn't stretch the dough out long enough before he stuck it in the oven, but all the bread is still there. And everybody would have been like, oh, that makes sense. That's cool. Do you think that's what Subway did? No. Absolutely not. Instead, they released an official statement on their Facebook that says, and I quote, with regards to the size of the bread and calling it a footlong, Subway footlong is a registered trademark as a descriptive name for the sub sold in Subway restaurants and not intended to be a measurement of length. Translation, just because we call it a footlong doesn't mean you can expect it to be a foot long. That's just what we call it, you fucking idiot. Yeah, that Facebook post went about as well as you'd expect. They ended up taking it down. The balls to be like, we call it a footlong sub because we call it a foot-long sub, not because it's 12 inches long, and if you interpret it as that way, you're dumb, is insane. To be fair though, a 2x4 hasn't been a 2x4 since like 1960, and nobody seems to care. Probably because the lumber companies don't scoff and look at you like you're a moron if you expect a 2x4 to be 2x4, but whatever. So then, Subway loses their damn mind. They think they have trademarked the phrase footlong in regards to sandwiches, even though a footlong to them doesn't mean 12 inches, which ultimately leads them to suing Casey's gas station, which I've done a video on. My favorite pizza on the planet is Casey's gas station pizza. They file a...
All right, guys. I'm sorry to pause this, but he said that Casey pizza is really good. Where are my Little Caesars fans in the chat? Spam emotes if you're a Little Caesars fan. Okay, where are you? Spam those emotes. I don't care what it is. Just spam it. Your favorite one. I don't like Little Caesars, but like I know there's people out there. Look, there we go. There's the Little Caesars people. What about that Domino's? I like Pizza Hut. Personally, I like Pizza Hut. Now I want to buy pizza. Where are the... Okay, instead of spamming emotes, what's your favorite pizza chain in chat? Or if you want to do both, I don't care. Just tell me your favorite pizza chain in chat. I don't care if it's like the worst pizza in the world, but if you like it, let me know what it is in chat while we keep watching. And it can be homemade, it doesn't have to be a chain, it can be homemade too, sure. Never went to fast food in the USA yet. I got you. Well, welcome. Casey Pizza's okay. Their sandwiches are better than Subway's. Probably, anything's better than Subway at this point. Okay. Hawaiian pineapple and ham pizza is the best pizza. I'll die on this hill. Dude, you just put fighting words in chat. You put some very big fighting words. Chat, get this man. No, I'm kidding.
Lawsuit against Casey's because Casey's also makes sub sandwiches, and their 12-inch long sandwich they call a foot long, so Subway tries to sue them for trademark infringement on a fucking measurement. A measurement that they don't even abide by. Do you understand how fucking insane that is? That'd be like if I opened up a milk company and I sold, quote, gallons of milk, and I trademarked the phrase gallon of milk, and then I only sold you 3 quarts of milk, and then I turned around and sued the motherfucker actually selling you a gallon of milk. It's insanity. Obviously, they lost this fucking lawsuit because duh. So Subway's on its down slump, and then they just lose all credibility as being healthy in the coming scandals. Buh! What do you mean it's not healthy? Jared lost 250 pounds doing it. Buh! Okay, Jared lost a bunch of weight because he was eating 2 6-inch subs a day, and they were mostly vegetables. He was eating like 1,200 calories. You can eat 1,200 calories of literally fucking anything, and you're gonna lose weight. If you eat 1,200 calories of Slim Jims and M&Ms, you're gonna lose weight, especially if you're doing a bunch of cardio, chasing children at a playground like that sick pervert. In 2017, CBS, the news network, decided they were going to conduct a little study on Subway chicken. They went, they bought a sandwich, they took the chicken, took it to a lab, and found out that the chicken that Subway sells is anywhere from 42% to 53% chicken. What the fuck is the rest of it? Wait, let me guess. You trademarked the term chicken breast, and now if anybody assumes that a chicken breast is made out of chicken, we're obviously fucking stupid. Is that what it is? Thankfully, no, they learned their lesson. They did not go that route again. What they did was they're like, okay, we're fucking up. We're gonna make sure that the chicken is actually 100% chicken. No, I'm just kidding. They turned around and tried to sue CBS for malicious news and took them to court, and they lost again. Because as it turns out, it's not illegal to tell the truth.
There is no way in hell that I am going to say, oh, I'm really worried I'm going to say it.
Then in 2020 in Ireland was instituting a new tax where they were going to, have to tax more on food made in restaurants, and Subway came to the table and they argued, well, Ireland has certain staple foods that you can't increase taxes on, and one of those staple foods is bread, and we make all of our bread fresh in our restaurants. We should be exempt from this tax. Okay, not a big fan of Subway right now. I'll admit it. I'll be up front. However, that's a reasonable point, and Ireland agrees. And Ireland is like, okay, we hear you. Send some bread off to the lab, and we'll take a look at it. They send the bread off to the lab, and the Irish Supreme Court comes back and says, there's so much fucking sugar in this bread, you're not legally allowed to call this bread in the country of Ireland.
Dude. Get destroyed. Like how retarded can you be? This is why people have brain problems, bro. They pump the bread full of sugar and other nonsense. Like, bread's not even bread anymore. If you're in America, like, if I go to Italy right now, bro, and get myself a pasta bowl and some bread, that's a real bread. America? Good luck.
You have to classify this as cake. You're selling cake sandwiches. And all of this just keeps coming out one after another after another. It's promoted by a pedophile. The franchises aren't making money. The foot-long sandwiches are only 10 inches long and they're not bread. They're made out of cake. Half the chicken inside the chicken isn't even fucking chicken. Obviously, it leads to the public perception that Subway isn't that fucking healthy. And while all this is going on, they get rid of the $5 footlong and jack the fucking prices through the roof and then add a tip screen at checkout. Needless to say, Subway's in the fucking tank. They've closed down 7,600 locations since 2015, and they're closing down hundreds, if not thousands of locations every single year, and they are on a humongous decline. And this entire thing is just a textbook example of shitty leadership ruining an A-grade idea, because a Subway franchise was a golden idea, a brilliant idea. Super cheap to start up, didn't need any specialized equipment. Everybody that knows how to breathe and chew bubble gum can learn how to make a sandwich in like 5 seconds. It was so easy to make a ton of money, but instead, Subway corporate was like, we're gonna make as much money as possible and fuck over all the franchisees, even though they're on our team. All they had to do was be like, hey, we're gonna structure this in a way so that the franchisees are winning, then we're gonna win, and everybody's gonna fucking win. But no, they took the easy way out to make as much money as they could, as fast as they could, and they didn't give a shit about anybody else, and it tanked the entire company. They ended up selling to Rourke Capital in 2024, which owns Jimmy John's and Arby's and a bunch of other restaurants, so hopefully—
I don't like Arby's. But hey, another terrible company to add to the list, am I right? Wink.
a lot of this bad leadership stuff is gone already, or if not, it's getting phased out. Also, I've talked an outrageous amount of shit in this entire video, so I want to take a minute and just be like, hey, I understand if you're mad at Subway right now too. I am as well. However, your local Subway branch probably isn't owned by Big Subway. It's probably owned by somebody in your community that's just trying to make a living making sandwiches, and don't take it out on them. It's not their fault, and they're probably a lot more mad at corporate Subway than we are. Trust me. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. Links for both of those are over at the Fat Electrician.
Oh my, dude, like, is the Costco video gonna top this and the other one? Because I don't know what to expect anymore from these companies. I know they're like terrible, but dude, if Costco's bad, I might not renew my membership next year. I'm not sure. Cake sandwich. Get your bread from a bakery, but like, what if you can't trust the bakery either, bro? Like, who do you trust? You're better out. I've made bread at home before, and it's actually really good. Oh my gosh. Is the Costco, like, can somebody tell me if the Costco video is gonna be worse than this one? Because I need to prepare myself at this point. I really do. All right, let's see what the Costco video. What was the one we were gonna watch after Costco? Can someone remind me in chat? I forgot. The most gangster grocery store on earth. Is it this one? Costco hot dog, dude. Costco hot dogs are the bomb, dude. Give me that drink and that Costco hot dog. That big old Costco hot dog.
Ah, yes, Costco, the
Yummy.
only grocery store on the planet that makes almost.
Bro, Monday to Sunday in Jersey, dude. Costco parking lot full. It doesn't matter if it's like smack middle of the week and you go in the morning. Parking lot full. Parking lot full. Doesn't matter. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, KFC. Okay, we're watching KFC after this one. Fine. We're doing a little bit of a marathon, and then I'm gonna order myself a pizza.
No money from selling groceries, yet is somehow.
I'll just order my pizza right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go on a be right back screen real fast, and I'm gonna get myself water and use the restroom and order. All this talk about pizza has me hungry. Gremlin needs pizza. We'll be right back in like a couple minutes. All right, guys. Apparently Pizza Hut 40% off a large pizza today. Isn't that great? Large pizza. Anyway, let's go back to Costco. Dude, I love Costco hot dogs. I absolutely love Costco
one of
hot
the
dogs.
most profitable grocery stores on the planet through nothing other than psychological tricks and magic. Today we're talking about Costco. We all know what Costco is because the members of Costco never shut up about Costco. They're just out there in the world roaming around.
It's true. I don't shut up about Costco and hot dogs.
Non-ironically wearing clothing from Costco's in-house brand, Kirkland, desperately waiting for anybody to ask them what Kirkland is so that they can inform and educate, preach the gospel to these non-believers that Kirkland is actually manufactured by name brand manufacturers and the products are cheaper and better than any other name brand product. And if that's not what they're up to, they're out there flashing their Costco membership card, trying to use it to get laid, and it's working a shocking amount of the time, apparently. And there's a good reason for that. Costco is selling all of its products at a net zero, meaning they don't make any money when they sell you something. In fact, some of their items they even sell at a net loss, meaning the more they sell, the more money they lose. Yet somehow they still manage to pay all their employees well above their competitors and have a net profit of over $6 billion a year. And I'm going to explain how that's even possible right after a word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Rocket Money, your all-in-one finance app that's going to help you cancel subscriptions, lower your monthly bills, and overall manage your money better. Rocket Money covers pretty much everything. They will let you monitor your credit score. They help you manage your budget by letting you see all of your expenses in one easy location. And then if you want them to, they can actually go in and help negotiate a lower price on some of your bills, like your cell phone, for example. And they don't just save you money by negotiating down some of your bills. They also help you. Wife used talking about your man by the name of Saul Price, who convinces his mother mother-in-law to buy a warehouse as an investment property. However, mother-in-law wasn't a commercial real estate mogul and had no idea what to do with this warehouse, so Saul Price is like, you know what, fine, I'll rent the warehouse from you and I'll put a business inside of it. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'll figure it out. He then stumbles across a brilliant business known as Fedco, which is essentially a large in-bulk grocery store that offers very, very cheap groceries to its members, and the only way that you could be a member of Fedco was to work for the federal government. So Saul Price approaches Fedco and is like, hey, you guys have a great business model. I've got a big empty warehouse. Let's partner together. We'll make this a Fedco also. It'll be great. Fedco is like, nah, we're good. At which point Saul Price is like, okay, that's fine. Well, I'm just going to steal your business model because you can't patent selling groceries at a discount to members. So I'm going to open up my own equivalent of your store called FedMart. The only difference is instead of selling groceries cheap to members, I'm going to sell groceries really, really cheap to members. Like I'm almost not going to make money off of
the government messes up yet again. I wonder if they ended up regretting that.
selling groceries, and I'm going to charge them a $2 membership fee. Okay, and this business model seems kind of weird, but it's actually genius. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci once said that simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication, and that's what's going on with this business model. If you don't know, grocery stores are probably one of, if not the most competitive retail environments on the planet. The profit margins on food in grocery stores is so razor thin, it's crazy. And what FedMart has done with this business model is essentially said, I'm not going to compete in this highly competitive environment. I'm going to sell my groceries at net zero. I'm not going to make money. I'm just going to break even on everything I sell, and I'm going to make all my money off of charging a monthly subscription fee of $2 to let everybody shop at my grocery store where my stuff is the cheapest because I'm not making any money off of it. I have no profit margin there. So if the customers shop here enough, they're going to save enough money to offset their membership fee, saving money overall. I'm going to make money, and it's a win-win for everybody. In its first year of business, FedMart does 4 times its projected amount of profit, and they end up opening a bunch of more stores within a couple of more years all across the United States. Within 5 years, by 1959, FedMart goes public and continues to be outrageously successful. Fast forward to 1975, a German conglomerate company buys up the majority of the stocks in the stock market, and they assume...
Thank you, Gojira. Wait, did I read it Gorilla or Gojira? Thank you for the sub. And Rickety Bridge, thank you for the prime. Man, you guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I hope that I've been a little bit entertaining tonight. Just a little bit, and hope you enjoyed the content.
Assume control of FedMart. Now, these German investors assume control of the company, and naturally, they're like, wow, what a brilliant business strategy. It's so simple, it's physically painful. All I have to do is change nothing and rake in money. But You know, it'd be cooler if we re-German engineered the entire thing. I bet we could get 3% better performance if we made this like 1,000 times more complicated. So that's what they did. They German engineered the company, and by 1983, completely out of business and shut down. So Saul Price is like, I made a ton of money going public with my business. They ruined it. It's closed down. There's no other company like mine. I'm gonna start the exact same company all over again. So he buys an empty aircraft hangar and starts Price Mart with the same exact business model.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Well, around the same exact time, Saul Price's old protege from FedMart, a guy by the name of Jim Senegal, ended up opening up his own business with his business partner, a lawyer by the name of Jeff Brotman. And that business was Costco.
I'm sorry, Iron Bear. You said Celeste is not waiting someone's uncle's hairy feet. Seriously? I'm hesitant to eat there. I mean, yeah, I haven't eaten Subway in a long time. Wait, do you guys hear those notifications? Wait, did a bunch of people just follow me? Dude, that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people who just followed me. Wait, did I get a raid? Oh, I got a raid. Oh my gosh. Gregorian Gangsta, thank you so much for the raid. Did we give him a shout out? Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you're so sweet. How was your stream? How are you today? What were you up to? Happy Memorial Day, by the way. Thank you so much. You're really sweet, Greer. Thank you. Wait. That's Greer? Wait, that's Greer, dude? Dude, wait, Greer, you got banned off of X again. What the heck happened? I saw that the other day and I'm like, what happened to Greer? Oh my god. I love how Celeste model goes goldfish when eating like Amelia Watson and Mari. I'm sorry, bro. I'm hungry. I'm waiting for that pizza. I'm having leftover Wetzel pretzel. I got into it with some DJs. They mass reported me. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry about that. Wasn't that like the second time you got like suspended off of X? That's wild. Well, thank you guys. Please go give Greer a follow. Super based VTuber. Jester, if you like clowns. Jesters of Fools. Super cool design. And that's Greer on Kick who just rated. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you had a good stream. That's nice. We're just watching Fat Electrician right now. And we were just yapping earlier. This is his Costco video and we're gonna be watching KFC next. You only got 10 band for weeks at a time? Dude, that's wild. That's freaking insane. I was like, why am I getting followed right now on Kick? I'm like, huh? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're a very kind soul. And I hope that these leftists stop masturbating you because that's wild. Essence Thief SP. Sorry. Twitch keeps pushing your channel to me this past week, so figure I'll finally see what you're about. Hope your Memorial Day has gone well. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been going well so far. We were just yapping earlier, and Minneapolis mayor is so stupid for like putting George Floyd as like a hero, basically. And that was making me so mad because I'm like, dude, it's Memorial Day. Like, at least make that like your second or third tweet of the day. Bro made it his first tweet of the day. And then 2 hours later, he's like, Memorial Day. And I'm like, some of you people need to be locked in an asylum. But that's besides the point. And now we're watching Fat Electrician. So hope you enjoy your stay. Appreciate you a lot. And I see that you are a Powder fan. So that's cool. Speaking of Powder, by the way, there was this guy who crashed out and said that he basically hates me, Powder, and I forgot who else. It might have been Leaflet on that list too. Bro crashes out so hard. I'm like, I blocked you like months ago because I heard, I don't even remember why I blocked the dude. Probably some stupid, but bro did the hardest crash out I've seen in a minute. Like saying F you, and then he goes on private, and then Powder was like in one of her comments to him, before he went on private is that you better hope that like my community doesn't go and get you like off the platform, and then bro gets suspended like all in one day. I just don't understand why people crash out with me. Like, if I have you blocked, either you said something about God that like, you were absolutely nasty human being, you post porn, you know, you're just being really nasty and rude to me, and there's no conversation actually being had, I'm gonna block you. Because I have no time to deal with nonsense and people who are just gonna be bad faith, and it takes a lot for me to block you. Usually I'm pretty patient with people and I'll let you run your mouth. But this guy, you would think he's my stalker for how crazy he crashed out. But you know what? It's whatever. It's written they hated him before. Yep. Amen. Exactly. I forgot that you're Christian, Greer. Greer is also Christian, so please go check Greer out. Oh, it was Nines. Yeah, they crashed out against Nines too, dude. I'm like, Nines is over here chilling, living her life to the max, and this guy just comes out of left field and saying stuff. I'm done. Biome Alchemist, thank you so much for the gifted sub, and thank you so much, guys, for the follow. Please give Greer a follow if you haven't already. Let's go back to this. Sorry, his name is like blinking. This fat electrician video, because I'm interested in this Costco lore. I'm invested in the Costco lore.
That also had the exact same business model. So Costco and PriceSmart end up being competitors for a little while, and then they eventually end up merging together and they form Price Costco, and then it just becomes Costco, and this is what we have today. And modern day Costco really hasn't changed their business model. They still run a net zero on almost all of their products, and they make 92% of all of their money off of membership fees. So if Costco wants to make more money, they have to A, maintain the members they have, and B, get more members. So how do you do that? You be competitive. You have the best prices, which check, Costco already does because they run everything at a net zero. They're not making money. You can't get better prices than what Costco already has. So what else can they do to improve their business? They have to make shopping there fun, and that's exactly what they do. Okay, and this is where the psychological warfare and magic comes into play, all right? Because the second you walk up to a Costco, you have to pull out your membership card, and on the back side of those Costco membership cards, it's literally a photo ID. Like, you're not getting into this exclusive club unless you are a member.
Never cross.
So I have to talk about this real fast. So if you guys ever move to Jersey, or you're from Jersey, maybe this happens in other states where Costco's in, literally, you can just get one membership and you bring your whole family who needs to go, or a friend or whatever, to go shopping that day. They had to like crack down on people. No, because before they didn't have the pictures on the back. Like during my mom's time, well, my mom's still alive, but like back in the day, like, you know, let's say in the last, 5 years, there was a point where like there wasn't a picture, I think, for the Costco membership, and you could just go with whoever's membership and you didn't even need to own it, and if your friend lent it to you, you could just go. And like my mom and her friend like would pass like one Costco membership around, and it was so funny because once they actually started implementing the photos, and now when you go, at least here, they scan and they have you like on a tablet where they can see your face. And if you do not look like the person on the photo that pops up on their screen, rejection at the door. So they've been cracking down really hard on people using other people's memberships. Like you basically can't bypass the system unless you go shopping with the person who owns the card. So I will admit, I've had a Costco membership for the last 3 years. It's very convenient. I actually don't go very often, but when I was married, that's like the reason I got it, because I'm like, oh, we're married, we're gonna probably start a family soon, whatever. And well, that didn't work out. So I still go to Costco, and I actually gave my mom a card, because you can get like a second person a card in your household, and she goes more often than I do. So
The rope. No, but my friends are on the inside.
Lose them.
Hey, watch it on the bleeder.
Okay, so right out of the gate, you already feel exclusive. You feel like a boss walking up to the bouncer at a nightclub and he just opens up the velvet ropes for you and waves you in because you're a member. And the psychological warfare just keeps going from there, right? Because the first aisle that you walk into, by design, is the expensive electronics aisle, okay? You sitting there, you're looking at like, oh, shit, do I need a $4,000 TV? I probably shouldn't. Okay, I'm not gonna get the TV. And then you go about your shopping and you think you did a good job, right? They did that shit on purpose because now you think to yourself, oh wow, I just saved $4,000 because I didn't buy a TV the size of my garage door. So now you're like 10 times more likely to impulse buy something else for yourself because you feel like you just saved $4,000. So all of a sudden,
also, guys, really quick, sorry to pause this again. If you're lurking on Twitch, if you could just do the lurk command or the lurk redeem, Twitch no longer counts like lurkers as viewers. It's really annoying, but if you guys are here still and you want to support the gremlin, if you could just use it on occasion, appreciate it. Obviously, you don't have to, but thank you.
That $80 purchase that you're going to splurge on doesn't feel like a big deal, and that is what makes the shopping fun. Within 3 minutes of stepping foot inside of Costco, they've already made you feel like an exclusive member of their club, and they have convinced you that this is no longer a shopping trip, this is a trip where you get to treat yourself.
3 words for you: treat yourself.
And now they're about to turn the entire shopping trip into an adventure because Costco uses what they call the treasure hunt strategy, which basically means Costco is constantly moving around all of their items to different locations. So no matter how many times you go to Costco, you never know where you're going. Okay, you're on a
dude, this is for real. I swear, I went to Costco the other day to get water because I liked Saratoga, and it's like next to the frozen stuff. Then it's in the normal water section, and they put it next to the toilet paper. I get so confused. Like, why do you guys keep moving things around? I just want to go in. I want to go get my water. I want to go get my toilet paper, and I want to get out. Like, it moves every time I go, and I'm like, do I need to buy like 10 packs of Saratoga? You know how expensive Saratoga is? I can't.
The milk, the eggs, the bread, and then you're running across like LED high-speed internet toasters for $80, and you're like, holy shit.
LED high-speed internet toaster? What are we doing now, man?
Shit, I need that. And while that's going on, you've got an army of old women constantly trying to give you samples of food.
Yeah.
This is not pudding.
And while that's going on, there's no lull in the action. There's never a delay in the adventure that you're having because Costco doesn't have very many items, okay? Costco, on average, has about 3,700 different items available in one of their stores compared to, like, Walmart that has over 50,000. Okay, this means there's no choices to be made, right? A normal grocery store has an entire aisle of 700 different types of salad dressing. You know what Costco has? A fucking pyramid of ranch. It looks like you're getting the ranch, huh? Keep the adventure moving. But I like having a lot of options. But no, you don't. I know you think you like options, but you don't. People's actions say otherwise. Almost nobody appreciates having options. Watch this, I'll prove it to you. I'm gonna call my wife and I'm gonna very tactfully give her 0 options about where we're gonna go to lunch today. And then I'm gonna call her tomorrow and I'll edit it in and I'm gonna give her all the options in the world and we're gonna see which one she actually prefers.
Hello.
Hey, guess where I'm taking you for lunch?
Where?
Mexican restaurant.
Ooh, okay. I'll be ready in 15 minutes.
All right, love you.
Yo, no, for real, bro. If you're a man, and this is coming from a woman, I need you to be strong in your beliefs, and I need you to know where we're going. Men, you need to wrangle your women and tell them where you're going. Bro, I'm gonna get canceled so hard for saying that, but you know what? Go make me a sandwich.
See you in 24 hours.
Oh, man. I'm messing, by the way.
Hello.
Hey, I'm hungry. Where do you want to go for lunch?
I don't know.
You want Chinese?
No.
Mexican? Burgers? Italian?
Yeah, no.
All right, you figure out where you want to go and then let me know, okay?
No!
Okay, fine.
All right,
oh, man, we love women around here.
Moral of the story, whether people know it or not, they actually...
Oh, we're getting a raid? Mimiki's sister. Welcome to the not sexist or misogynistic stream. Welcome in, my sister in Christ, guys. Please go give Mimiki a follow. Welcome in, Raiders. God bless you. How was your stream? How are you? I hope you're doing good. I hope you had fun. I hope you're doing well, sister. Good to see you. We gotta chat soon. Guys, go follow Mimiki. Her story is incredible. In the last couple of years, she detransitioned, and she has been a pleasure to talk to. Very, strong in her faith, growing, and sharing her experience with what's gone on in her life. Hopefully, me, Scarlet Bell, and Rayla, and who else was it? Rayla, Scarlet Bell, Yumi. Yeah, so hopefully the four of us are going to be talking real soon. And I would love you guys to hear their stories. Her and Scarlet Bell detransitioned, they were fed the lies and all that. So if you guys want to, hear an empowering story from a Christian who managed to move from that life, please go give her I think Kitsuna said she's not gonna talk, but she might just be there and she might be typing. So I think I might be reading what she ends up typing. So really looking forward to, doing that kind of roundtable conversation with these ladies. Super amazing. Go give her a follow if you haven't already. And yeah, let's get this fat electrician video back up.
I hate having too many options because it makes you think, and when you have to stop and think, you have to stop, which breaks up the action, right? If you're having sex with somebody, you don't want them right in the middle of it to be like, hey, did you lock the front door? I don't give a shit. Unless there's a Velociraptor that kicks down that door, I'm in the middle of something right now, okay? Let's keep doing this. And this is true for almost everything, right? You think Ice Cube would be one of the greatest rappers of all time if right in the middle of his song, Today Was a Good Day, he stopped and gave you a fucking pop quiz on geography? No, just enjoy the song and listen to it and you're happy. So when you're shopping at Costco, this is an adventure. This is a treasure hunt, and there's no thinking and there's no breaks in the action ever. You're having a blast. And if that wasn't enough, the aesthetic of the overall store is absolutely incredible. Remember going to a normal grocery store when you were a kid and your mom couldn't find something and she goes up to the employee and is like, do you have this? And they're like, no, we don't have it on the shelf. And your mom goes, she says the magic words, oh, can you go check in the back? And you're like, the fuck is, what's in the back? What's going on back there? Guess what? Costco, you're in the back, okay? I'm 99% sure that we're living in a simulation, and Costco is the spawn point for all of the stuff. I mean, it's gotta be, right? Costco's got food and clothes and electronics, the common loot, but they've also got the rare shit that you can go find. So when Mrs. Fat Electrician gets sidetracked smelling 15 different types of candles, I'm going on a side quest.
I love how bro said smelling the candle.
To find something cool. What am I looking for? I have no idea. I'll know when I find it, okay? Costco's the only grocery store on the planet that you can just wander off and end up finding a signed jersey from Magic Johnson in 2024 when he retired in 1996, okay? You're just looking at it like, what is happening right now? And then you look over and you're like, oh, there's a ring that costs $340,000. And you're just looking at it in your hand like, this literally costs more than the house that I live in. I'm fucking stealing this. And you're like, no, I can't. You put it back, and now you feel like a good person, and Costco is boosting your self-esteem. So you get done shopping, and then you realize you're hungry. You have developed an appetite from adventuring for the past 2 hours, and holy shit, Costco has a food court. So you go over to the food court, and you're like, you know what? I haven't had a hot dog in 15 years. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna order a hot dog and a soda. They ring you up at the cash register. It's $1.50 for a hot dog and a soda, okay? And just to be clear, this isn't like one of the normal little bullshit hot dogs that you give to the kids at the barbecue while the adults are eating steaks and burgers. No, this is the fucking hot dog that she tells you not to worry about, okay? This is a fucking, you went to a baseball game and got one of those big ass novelty hot dogs, size hot dogs, and that plus a soda with free refills was $1.50. So then, because you're a good person, because you didn't steal that ring, you politely inform the cashier, I think you messed up and accidentally gave me the hot dog for free, and that's just the tax. And she's like, no, it's $1.50. We haven't raised the price on the hot dog combo since.
Dude, I'm telling you, one of the base reasons to go to Costco is to get that $1.50 hot dog combo. Also, I'm eating right now, so I just wanted to let you guys know. We'll just keep watching the video, but base price, super base hot dog. It's actually really delicious, and it's big. Like, it is a big hot dog. Worth every penny.
1984 when we came out with it because of the principles of the matter. Do you understand how crazy that is? 1984 was 40 years ago, okay? We've had more inflation than that house from the movie Up since then, and they've refused to raise the price, okay? Dollar Tree is now $1.25 tree, and this hot dog is still $1.50. So then you go home full and happy, but still fascinated by this $1.50 hot dog. So you decide to look into it. How is it possible? Was that actually meat inside that hot dog? What is going on here? And then you Google it and you hear the famous Costco hot dog story, okay? Apparently, the higher-ups at Costco came to the owner, Jeff Sinegal, at this point in time, Saul Price's protege, and they're like, we gotta sell this hot dog for more than $1.50. At which point, Jeff said, and I quote, "If you raise the effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out."
Whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to head down there, and I will rain down an ungodly fucking firestorm upon you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
So that's what Costco did. They figured it out in what is probably the most gangster way possible, right? They didn't want to sacrifice the quality of the hot dogs and have just horrible hot dogs. So they're like, you know what? The only thing we can do is to build our own hot dog manufacturing facility, and one of them's not going to be enough. We're going to build two of them, one in LA and one in Chicago, and then we can control the price of hot dogs. And this figure it out attitude doesn't just stop at the hot dogs. When Costco wants something done, they get it done, okay? Here's another example. They wanted to build a new Costco in LA. And here's the problem with that. Getting anything done in the state of California, especially a major city like LA, is an absolute nightmare. California is not rated very well as far as being business friendly goes, and it just takes forever to get anything done, right? You want to put up a new building, you got to have environmental impact studies, all this other bullshit. You got to pay a bunch in fees. It's just a complete nightmare, and it's going to take 20 years for them to put up a 300,000 square foot warehouse. But they had a new rule that due to the housing crisis, they would expedite immediately any projects that had affordable housing. So Costco is in the process of building a Costco in the middle of LA that has fucking apartments on top of it, just so they can start slinging $1.50 hot dogs. In conclusion, Costco is the most gangster grocery store on the planet. Their slogans are do the right thing and more is more, and that about covers it. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com, and from now until August 30th, every single item purchased out of my merch store, whether it's a sticker or a hoodie or a shirt or a beer koozie, is going to get you one entry to win a custom Steelhead Outdoors Fat Electrician gun cabinet. And second place is going to get a custom Steelhead Outdoors Fat Electrician pistol box. And third place is going to get a big care package from Wiley X, my favorite glasses company. So yeah, go buy some merch. Thank you for watching. Quack bang out.
Okay. See, that was like a wholesome one. Thank God, because if Costco messes up too, bro, I'm done. So I'm not kidding. They had this one on side scrollers. There's a Costco hot dog combo alcoholic beverage whiskey maybe that you can buy somewhere. That's crazy. Yeah, they didn't mess up. I mean, I hope they never mess up. I'd be really upset if Costco messes up, dude. That was a good one. All right, let's find the KFC video and then we'll get off after that one. Dude, I just thank God for Costco. Excuse me. If Costco messes up, we're in the end times for real. It's Thirsty Cactus himself. Yo, it's the cactus. What's up? Welcome in, guys. God bless you. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all the follows, guys, on the platforms. Thank you for all the subs. For all the memberships, and if you guys want to continue to support me outside of here, I'm actually currently running a plushie campaign through Uwu Market. So if you see it right here, and I'll just make the size bigger. If you guys want to support this project, Uwu Market loves working with me, which I'm really happy about. And they were like, you know, it would be really cool if we had a plushie with you. And I was like, you know, I have this Fumo coming up already. But they said, oh, we do keychains too. And I'm like, oh, this is great. And so this is how the keychain plushie for the beans will hopefully come to life. So if you guys want to scan this QR code right here with your phone, it'll take you directly to the website. Excuse me. And you only need to pledge $3 right now. The campaign ends, I think it's June 17th or the 18th, kind of like in the afternoon. So please, if you're interested, whether you want to support me or you know someone who would want something really cute like this on their bag, or maybe you want to pick one up because you like the beans. The beans are the chat, so you guys are beans. And this is the mascot that represents you guys. I'm hoping to do like, I have ideas with this mascot, like what to do, but if you guys are interested in supporting me, please do scan the QR code. I think we need like 40 more to go. Here, I'll even bring up the website real fast. Hold on. Let me make this smaller. This is my Ooh Market page. So if you guys are interested in the bean, but you'd like to pick up anything else, I've got sweaters. I've got crew neck hoodies, shirt, pants. This is my latest merch drop with Ooh Market, which is my Operation Celestium 1518. Kind of inspired by like James Bond a little bit. If you click here on like this, I actually have a blanket. This is my first blanket ever. So if you guys wanna, pick that up, we've got the target in the back. Kind of again inspired by James Bond a little bit. And 1518. Just represents my favorite Bible verse, John 15:18. The world hated Christ first, and we're gonna be hated as well. So yeah, if you guys want to pick up this plushie, we have 43 backers, 60 units, which is amazing, and we've got 22 more days, 16 hours before this campaign is done, and we need 40. We need at least, we need 100 to get it funded. And obviously anything after that is just, the cherry on top. You can leave me a message if you'd like as well to show your support, and it's anonymous, so you don't have to expose your name. And I think at checkout, if you want to add more than one, like if you buy one and they're going to try to convince you to get another one, I think it was somewhere between like 15 to 30% of a discount if you want to add more after that. So again, if you guys want to support me or you really like this keychain, please feel free to scan the QR code. And I also have other stuff on Ooh Market. So if you go to, if you click on the search button and you type in my name, Celestium, you'll do that. And I think you can even get a free keychain now. I don't know if you can pick which one, but this might not count. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's me shilling. So if you guys want to support me, that's one of the best ways you can right now. I also have a Throne page. So if you guys want to support me there as well, it's throne.com/celestiumart. I have a couple different things. Obviously, if you don't have to, but if you want to support in that way as well, I do have a Throne page. And yeah, there's other ways that I can chill, but let's get to this video.
There is absolutely nothing that is going to prepare you for how crazy this story actually is. Today we're talking about Colonel Sanders, yes, the KFC guy. Okay, according to a 2010 study, only 40% of Americans between the ages of 19 and 25 knew that Colonel Sanders was a real person, and even less people know that he was a complete gangster his entire life. Okay, most people don't realize this, but the sweet elderly Southern gentleman from the KFC logo didn't start selling Kentucky Fried Chicken till he was 66 years old. Prior to that, he had done every job under the sun. He worked for the railroad. He used to be a lawyer until he lost his law license for beating up his own clients in open court. He used to be involved in turf wars with bootleggers and oil companies during the Great Depression. He has been in, won, and is undefeated in gunfights. He is a notorious adulterer that once bragged that he was still getting laid at 83 years old. This dude cussed so much.
This guy got laid at 83 years old? That's wild. Also, guys, make sure to use alert command or redeem emote, chat, whatever, so that Twitch counts you as a viewer, because Twitch hates me.
That KFC had to heavily edit every TV and radio ad spot he ever did.
Go f yourself, San Diego.
Nice work, everyone. And I could keep going, but we're going to cover all of it in the story right after a word from our sponsor.
Delete me. Can you settle a debate?
Wait, this is his wife, bro? That's Mrs. Fat Electrician? Oh, wow. Nice tattoos. Damn, she's about to shoot someone, bro. Please don't shoot me.
What? Which 9mm better?
Yeah.
Neither. There's a third option.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Didn't know you were packing.
No respect.
Hey, yo.
All right, here's the deal. Super simple, straightforward business model. You give them money, they turn around and make sure that data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does that even mean? Okay, here's the entire internet and every free service on the planet inside of a nutshell. Okay, there's a saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. What that means is pretty much anything on the internet that you use, that's a service, whether that be Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of it. Okay, it's all an app. So one of two things is happening. They're either going to feed you ads, and that's how that company makes money since their service is free, or they're going to collect your personal information, then turn around and sell it to data brokers on the internet, and then they're going to turn around and sell it to whoever buys it, and next thing you know, you're getting 17,000 robocalls every single day. And that's where Delete Me comes in. They will look through all the major data brokers and find the ones that are selling your personal information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf, and then they are legally obligated to comply. And then they'll continue to monitor these data brokers, and if they get your information again, Delete Me will submit an opt-out request again. Basically, you're paying Delete Me to get rid of all the downsides of all of the free stuff on the internet, which I think is absolutely worth it. If you want to check them out, I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. Our story begins on September 9th, 1890 in Henryville, Indiana, when a young Harlan Sanders is born on a farm. He is the oldest of 3 siblings, and like pretty much every other story I've ever told of somebody that was born in the 18 or 1900s, he had a really rough childhood with a lot of manual labor, just wasn't a good time all around. At the age of 5 years old, his father passes away, and his mother has to step up and be the breadwinner for the whole family, so she's always gone working at a factory in town, and 5-year-old Harlan basically has to raise his younger siblings by himself, literally starts cooking all the food for the family at 5 years old. Fast forward, he's 12 years old, Harlan's mother finds a new husband, they get married. Harlan and the stepdad do not get along whatsoever. Shortly after this, he leaves home at the age of 12. For the next 4 years, he just kind of bums around the area, working on farms, doing manual labor jobs, and then at the age of 16, he falsifies his birth certificate to join the army, gets in, deploys to Cuba, serves his entire enlistment, and then comes back home. While in the army, he picks up the habit of, as he puts it, cussing like a sailor, using excessive profanity. People later in his life said he couldn't go a single sentence without including the term goddamn.
I love The Office. Dude, The Office is like one of my favorite shows ever. I'm so glad he brought up this reference. Oh my gosh. That was wild. Terrible that he said it though. But honestly, the fact that, like, I knew that Colonel Sanders was like a real person, but I didn't know bro was such a gangster.
In his own autobiography, he said, and I quote, "I used to cuss the prettiest you ever heard." So 18 years old, goes back home, gets a job with the railroad, starts traveling all over the country, working for the railroad. While he's on the road, he meets a woman by the name of Josephine King. They wind up getting married, start having kids. So Josephine's back home with the kids. He's still working with the railroad. Obviously, he's gone a lot. And while he's gone, he decides he's going to cheat on his wife. Like, a lot.
Hey, what? Holy smoke. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, Nick and the unsub boys are all winning with their wives except Brandon, cause he's still living that bachelor.
Really? Oh my goodness, wow. I did not know that either. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Noah. And thank you, Aslendy. Thank you. And Diz, thank you for the $2 as well. Appreciate you guys on YouTube very much. I didn't have my model tracking because I'm eating and I feel like I bother you guys. So I try not to I try not to have the tracking while I'm eating so that I don't disturb anybody with my fish lips, my gulpy while I'm eating. Adultery no bueno? Yeah, I agree. That's terrible, dude. That was insane to hear. Oh, Kamuka, thank you for the raid on Rumble. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Shout out to Kamaku. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. How's your day? How was your stream? What are you up to? Buy plushie for the Fumo. For real, buy the plushie for the Fumo. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. God bless you. Let me know how your day's been going. Also, we have 2K followers on Rumble. When did that happen? Thank you guys for your support on Rumble. I really appreciate it. Just so you guys know, I am currently multi-streaming. I always multi-stream to Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Rumble, X. So if you don't like one platform, I'm likely on your favorite platform. So please do check me out there. And if you're on Kick, remember that you being here means that I get penny dollars for your warm bodies. So if you don't want to, watch ads, but also support your favorite gremlin, just saying, Kick might not be a bad option. Also, if you're on Kick, make sure to use that like redeem and repent.
Or as he referred to it as tomcatting. So he's going all over the country just slinging.
The mouth tracking had my mom laughing, so should I just eat? You don't mind me eating?
The mouth tracking actually.
Look, as long as you don't mind me eating, I don't care. I'll do it. I'll do it. American penny dollars for real.
Which is foreshadowing at its finest. Okay, not great, but that's what happened, and it also gets worse. He also got fired from different jobs at different railroads a lot. Sometimes he was working for the railroad, sometimes he was like a traveling door-to-door salesman. He just kept bouncing from job to job to job because he had a humongous anger problem and was always getting in fistfights and beating the shit out of people.
That is correct. The medulla oblongata. Mama said. The medulla oblongata is where anger, jealousy, and aggression come from.
After a while, his wife Josephine, understandably so, is fed up with his shit, and she decides while he's on the road, she's gonna leave him. He's lost his job too many times, he's cheating on her, she's out. She gives up the house, she sells all the furniture, she takes the kids, and moves back home with her parents. And Harland is awkwardly pissed off about the furniture. Like, he's mad about the kids too, but he's very upset about the furniture for some reason. Like, in his autobiography, he says, and I quote, "That hurt me. I figured she didn't have any right to take my children or give away my furniture." He is equally as concerned about the furniture as he is about the kids, which I don't understand, but whatever. And it's probably because the furniture is gone. She gave it away. There's nothing he can ever do to get his precious furniture back. The kids, on the other hand, she still has the kids. They're at Grandma and Grandpa's house living with Josephine. He could still do something about that. So like a rational adult, he decides he's gonna go to court and fight for custody of his kids. No, I'm just kidding. He concocts a plan where he's gonna go wait in the woods outside of Grandma and Grandpa's house, and he's going to kidnap the kids.
That's a terrible idea.
Again, in his own words, although I didn't consider.
Excuse me, he what? He what? Sir? He what? He went to go kidnap his own kids? Although I didn't consider it rightly kidnapping, since they was mine. Holy smokes. There's no way I'm reading this right now. This is not real, bro.
Consider it rightly kidnapping since they was mine. So he heads over to Grandma and Grandpa's house, hiding in the woods in a pile of leaves, waiting for the kids to come outside to play. He's then gonna snatch up the kids, take them to the train station, and bounce. This is the early 1900s. They're never gonna catch him. So he's out in the woods, laying in this pile of leaves, waiting for the kids to come out to play, and he's just waiting, and he's waiting, and then eventually the sun comes up. It's Kentucky, it's summertime, it starts getting hot, he starts getting sweaty, there's flies buzzing around, and after hours of waiting, the kids still haven't come out. He's like, okay, this isn't gonna fucking work. So he decides he's just gonna go up to the door and knock. Goes up to the door, knocks on the door. His father-in-law answers the door and just says, "Howdy, Harland," and invites him in because, you know, it's the father of his children. Why wouldn't you do that? He has no idea the guy was just planning to kidnap his grandkids. Harland, his father, and Josephine then proceed to sit down in the living room and have awkward small talk for a little while. And he just gets up eventually and is like, I guess I'm gonna go. And Josephine is like, where are you going? And he's like, I found a new job in Illinois working for the rail company. I'm gonna head out there. And she goes, no, I think you better stay with me. And that was it. They stayed married for another 37 years. Now he's got his family back, I guess.
Oh, okay. You had me going there for the first part. The second half kind of threw me.
Absolutely zero life lessons learned, keeps cussing, keeps fighting, keeps cheating on his wife, goes back to working for the railroad. Eventually, he decides he wants to better himself, he wants to get a better career, make more money for his family, the whole 9 yards, so he starts studying to become a lawyer via correspondence, basically taking college classes through the mail. Think of it as like antique version of online schooling. That's what he does. Winds up studying to become a lawyer through correspondence, passes the bar, and becomes a lawyer. Does that for a little while, has a pretty successful law career spooling up, and then one day, in open court, his temper gets the better of him.
The medulla oblongata.
We don't know the exact context of what happened, but every account of what happened has a chair involved. Some accounts say that his own client attacked him with a chair. Some accounts say it was the other way around and he beat the shit out of his client with a chair. Either way, he turned the open courtroom into a WWE match. Because of this, he obviously loses his law license and goes back to job hopping. So he's a door-to-door salesman for insurance, and then after that, he decides he wants to be an entrepreneur, so he spools up an illegal ferrying operation across the Ohio River. The police eventually put a kibosh to that, so then he goes to work for Michelin Tire, being a tire salesman. And finally, that goes good. That's going great. The dude can sell tires like a motherfucker. He works his way up from being a salesman to like the regional director for the entire tri-state area that he's in, and he's like one of the big wigs at Michelin Tire. But then karma finally catches up to him, and we kick off the lifelong saga of karma desperately trying to put Harlan Sanders, this madman, in his place, and Harlan Sanders just adamantly refusing. One day he's driving his Model T with Michelin tires across the bridge, and the fucking bridge collapses, totaling his car. And at this point in time, he doesn't have enough money to buy a new car, so Michelin Tires fires him because you can't work for Michelin Tires as a tire salesman if you're not using Michelin tires, which is kind of fucked up, but also like there's no Amish elect.
Oh, was I muted? My bad. Oops. Oh man, my bad. I'm sorry, Tia. I'm sorry. I was saying, I didn't expect Colonel Sanders to be living this crazy life of debauchery, bro. Oh man, I thought he was just like, he made his like award-winning chicken recipe. He was just chilling. You know, he's living a good life. If he doesn't have kids, maybe he's like a uncle or something. Bro's life is crazy. Holy smokes. Yeah, crazy life, crazier chicken. Just a man on a mission. My bad.
Electricians, so I get it.
Oh, right, because I'm Amish, so I wouldn't know anything about your 69 GTO Judge. 455 big block, Ram Air, 411 Posi, something like that? Weird, that thing must have fallen straight from space. Well, good luck with your future ride, spaceman.
So he takes what money he does have and he starts a acetylene lamp business. Gotta remember, this is like 1820s. Not everybody has electricity in their house with light bulbs, so people are using these little gas lamps to, you know, put on the table to be able to see at night. He starts a business making those. Very quickly, electricity becomes readily available, puts him out of business. Karma is just trying to
Dude, this guy's life. I mean, look, I don't believe in karma. Like, as Christians, we don't believe in karma, but holy moly, wow. If I did, I'd be like, he got what he deserved.
Shut this guy down. So he decides, all right, I'm gonna have to go to the next big town over. I'm gonna have to go get a job, don't have a car, I'm broke. So he hitchhikes to Louisville, Kentucky, and the first car to pick him up tells him his life story, and the guy's like, I actually own a gas station and I'm looking for somebody to run it for me. You think you can do it? And Harlan Sanders is like, sure, why not? So he takes over this gas station, starts running it. Somewhere along the line, he comes up with the idea of like, hey, I could be more competitive and I could get all the business from all the truckers if I start selling food at my gas station. So he already likes cooking food, and that's what he does. He starts making food, selling it at his gas station, and then he gets all the trucker business as well. The gas station is outrageously successful. Karma kicks in again. The Great Depression happens, shuts this small—
Dude, this guy's life is just one thing after a freaking another. Holy smokes.
All gas station down, puts him out of business. From here, Shell Oil Company reaches out to him and is like, hey, we knew you were super successful at running this other gas station in a small town in Kentucky. We have another gas station that's right on the main highway that's gonna be able to stay open during the Great Depression because it gets all this traffic from the highway. We want you to run it. Harlan Sanders takes the job. So he moves out to Corbin, Kentucky, where this gas station is, and this place is super ghetto. It's literally nicknamed Hell's Half Acre. You gotta remember, this is the Great Depression. Everybody's poor. Poor people commit crime to feed their kids. So you got that going on. On top of that, you've got Prohibition. This is right by the highway. All the bootleggers are running their booze through this area. There's all kinds of crime. So he takes over this gas station, starts selling gas, starts selling food, but he needs people to know that there's food around. So he starts putting up signs and everything saying like, hey, we're a gas station that also serves food. This is Kentucky in like 1930, whatever the fuck. And people just love shooting at signs, I guess. And it gets so bad that you can't even read the signs because there's so many bullet holes in them. So he comes up with an alternative idea of he goes to all of the farmers in like a 50-mile radius and pays them to be able to paint a big advertisement on the side of their barn because people aren't going to be shooting at a farmer's barn because they could hit somebody or hit an animal, or a farmer's going to come out with a shotgun and fucking shoot you back. And it's a brilliant idea, and it's working really, really good. And it starts cutting into the other rival gas station's business, and that gas station is owned by a guy by a name of Matt Stewart, and he's pissed off about it. So he goes around and starts painting over Harlan's barn signs. Harlan finds out about this, so like an adult with a cool, rational head, goes over to Stewart's gas station and very politely tells him to stop or, and I quote, "I'll blow your fucking head off." Wow. Okay, Harlan Sanders is not going to tolerate people messing with his money.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
A couple weeks later, Harlan's got a big day. Some Shell oil executives, 2 of them, are coming to town to have a meeting with Harlan about how well his gas station is performing. And while they're sitting in the gas station having a meeting, talking about how great of a job Harlan's doing, one of the employees comes in and lets him know, hey, Matt Stewart is out on the side of the road right now painting over one of your advertisements on farmer so-and-so's barn. At which point, Harlan says, I told that motherfucker what I was gonna do, so he grabs his gun. The Shell oil executives also grab guns, and they go out and confront Matt Stewart. As soon as they get out of the car, Matt Stewart draws a gun, fires at them, killing one of the Shell oil executives, to which
Dude, what the heck is this nonsense right now? This guy's crazy. Oh my gosh. Dude, they just pulled up to the guy and said, oh, hey, here you go. Bah!
Harlan Sanders then shoots him in the shoulder, drops him on the ground.
By the way, thank you, Geek Power, for the sub, and thank you for the follow. And thank you, everybody, for joining in. If you're supporting across the platforms, Crimson will thank you for the 500 kicks. Thank you so much. You're all very generous. I really appreciate it.
Disarms him and waits for the police to come arrest him. Harlan is found innocent because it was self-defense, and Matt Stewart now gets convicted of murder and would later be assassinated in prison.
Holy smokes! This is the wild, wild west out here. Jeez.
And from here, Harlan Sanders is not shy about using a firearm to get his way. There's another account where bootleggers were trying to siphon gas out of his pumps in the middle of the night, and he runs out in nothing but his underwear and confronts them and holds them at gunpoint until the sheriff shows up to arrest them. This goes on for a while. Very successful gas station. Eventually, Harlan ends up owning the gas station himself, at which point he kicks it into overdrive. Now he's going around tearing down signs from the competition and putting up his own signs instead. The exact thing that he was pissed off at doing, but now he's going to do it to other people. And then, just like what happened with him, one of the other rival gas station owners runs out to confront him, at which point he pulls out a gun and tells them to get back in their fucking car. And they do.
The medulla oblongata.
So as you can see, through a combination of great food and gun violence, Harlan Sanders becomes the most successful gas station in the area, which is the most southern thing that's ever happened, ever. And by 1939, he's making more money from food than he is from selling gas, so he decides he's just gonna sell more food and quit selling gas, and he opens up a 140-seat restaurant and then eventually expands that business to have a motel right next door as well. Now, the problem he runs into here is being able to cook food at the standard that he likes to cook food at in the quantity that this restaurant is now demanding. And the big problem he has is with the fried chicken. Everybody loves his fried chicken. He's got a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. Everybody loves it. But the problem is real fried chicken is cooked in boiling grease on a skillet over the stove, and you just can't cook it very fast. It takes too long, you can't make bulk batches, and the wait times at the restaurant is just taking forever. So he develops a way to cook fried chicken inside of a pressure cooker, which still makes it taste way better than if you deep fry it. And this takes the cook time on his fried chicken from like 30 plus minutes.
I did not expect their chicken to be made in a pressure cooker. I'm assuming it's deep fried now. But wow. Okay.
Down to 7 or 8 minutes. So he's got that figured out. Things are going great. He's got his new restaurant, his new motel right in 1939. And then karma steps in to try to shut him down again. 1939, World War II kicks off for America. And all of a sudden, America is now rationing rubber and gas, meaning...
You guys are saying it's still pressure cooked? I didn't even know you can make fried chicken in a pressure cooker. That's interesting.
Less people are traveling, and his entire business is built right on the highway and relies on highway travelers, so he's not making enough money. But Harlan Sanders, not taking no for an answer, refuses to quit, keeps running his motel and his restaurant business, but also takes a job in Tennessee, which is nearby at a place called Oak Ridge, because the government has thrown up some new facility where they're making something, and they need somebody to come in and run all the cafeterias to feed the workers, and he oversees the cooking of 36,000 meals a day to feed all of these people working at this secret government facility. Does that through the rest of World War II. When World War II ends, that job kind of comes to an end. They no longer need this factory for whatever reason, so he goes back to his hotel and restaurant, which everything's fine now because they're no longer rationing gas and tires and people are traveling again. And later we would find out that the Oak Ridge facility in Tennessee is where they refined all the plutonium for the Manhattan Project, which we used to nuke Japan, which makes it kind of...
This story just gets wilder and wilder, child. Goodness gracious. Holy smokes. Yeah. United States secret KFC. Everyone needs a little KFC. Just keep going.
Awkward
yeah.
that it's a Christmas tradition in Japan to order KFC, but whatever. So comes back home, starts running his restaurant and hotel full time, hires a new female employee, starts having an affair on his wife with her. Her name is Claudine Price. Shortly after that affair, he divorces his wife, marries her instead in 1947. Then in 1952, he meets another wealthy restaurant owner from Salt Lake City, Utah by the name of Pete Harmon. Pete Harmon tries his fried chicken and he's like, holy shit, this stuff is awesome. Can I franchise this? I'll buy the secret blend of herbs and spices from you. You don't got to give me the secret. I'll just buy it straight from you. Show me how to do this with a pressure cooker, and I want to sell it in my restaurants in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'll give you 4 cents for every piece of chicken that we sell. Colonel Sanders is like, sure. Why not? So that's what happens. Pete Harmon starts selling Sanders chicken in his restaurants, and he needs to brand it somehow. So he's from a different part of the country, so he names it Kentucky Fried Chicken and gives it the slogan, finger licking good. And Harlan doesn't really see the potential in it. He just kind of treats it as like, passive revenue that this guy's mailing him a check every month and just keeps running his restaurant and motel. And then his chicken becomes like kind of famous in the area. It's getting some notoriety, and the governor of Kentucky makes him a Kentucky colonel, which is like this honorary status in the state of Kentucky. And he's like, cool, that's great, whatever. So now he's Colonel Sanders. And then around the same time, he also started a side business where he was a midwife.
Midwife? Oh Lord. Make it stop. Dude, this guy's story, I think I'm gonna bleach my brain like later. I think it needs a good bleaching.
Told you the story was weird. Yeah, he's just going around rural Kentucky as fucking Colonel Sanders, the chicken guy, helping people deliver babies. We don't know much about it other than the fact that it happened, and he delivered at least 8 kids, and one of them ended up getting named after him. When he was later interviewed and asked, like, how did you become a midwife? What training do you have? How did you even know how to do this? He simply replied, and I quote, "Oh, I know a little about it." Apparently, if you've seen enough vaginas, you just kind of know what you're doing, I guess. You can put stuff in one, you can pull stuff out of one. That makes sense, right? I guess.
Checks out.
One of his personal acquaintances later in life actually joked that he got involved in being a midwife because he was concerned that the kids were his. Which brings me to his next side gig that he started after being a midwife, which was being a vampire hunter. No, I'm just kidding, but the fact that you believe me for a second speaks volumes about this guy. Buh! Are you gonna talk about his pet crow? Buh! God, fine. Okay, look, Colonel Sanders has plenty of character flaws. However, there is a multiple humongous myths on the internet that he was like a prolific racist, ranging from he was a member of the KKK, which is not true, to he stole the secret blend of herbs and spices from his house servant when he was a child, which also isn't true. The dude grew up extremely poor. He didn't have servants in his house in the 1800s. And then there's the myth that he had a pet crow in his original restaurant, and the pet crow's name was Jim. Get it? Jim Crow in the South in the 19...
No way, dude. Oh my gosh. What else would it be? I swear, dude.
1950s. No, that never happened. I have searched and scoured. There is no historical evidence to actually prove this. There's just a bunch of blog posts dating back to the early 2000s that insinuate this shit. That's where it all started from. I'm 99% sure. If on the off chance you have some historical evidence, let me know in the comments down below. I'll pin the comment if I'm wrong, but I highly doubt it. Colonel Sanders, deeply flawed, cheats on his wife, anger issues, not some crazy prolific racist, however. But that's not gonna stop karma from coming from him. So his restaurant and motel both burned down to the ground. Colonel Sanders, not taking no for an answer, rebuilds the restaurant, rebuilds the motel. Shortly after that, it burns down to the ground again. Colonel Sanders and karma are now in a shootout, so he rebuilds the business a second time, and then the government comes in and reroutes the highway and completely shuts him out. That's it, game over. He goes out of business. He is 65 years old, and his only income is his Social Security check, and that's just not enough. And Colonel Sanders is like, not taking no for an answer. So he takes his pressure cooker and his secret blend of herbs and spices, throws it in the trunk. Claudine hops in the car with him, and he just goes from town to failing restaurant and is like, hey, would you like to be a KFC franchise, a Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise? My chicken is so good, it will save your failing restaurant. And for the next 5 years, at 65 years old through 70 years old, he travels the country getting people to franchise his chicken. Him and his wife are literally sleeping in their car, and he's 65 to 70 years old the entire time. But during that 5 years, they get 200 people to franchise their chicken. 3 years after that, he's up to 600. Other things that happened during this time period. Him and Claudine go out to breakfast one morning at a diner while they're on the road trying to get chicken franchises, and he orders some eggs. The eggs roll up. They're not cooked right. He sends the eggs back. The chef says the eggs are cooked right and sends them back to him.
No Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders then proceeds to pick up the eggs, get out of the booth, walk into the diner's kitchen, and throw the eggs at the chef, at which point the chef rushes him with a kitchen knife, and Colonel Sanders, at the age of somewhere between 65 and 70, fins him off with a bar stool.
Medulla.
Bro, someone comes at me with the kitchen knife, they better hope I don't have a gun in my hand.
Another thing that happens during this time period is he's going to all these failing restaurants, and essentially they're just buying the chicken. They're not officially becoming KFCs yet. It's still mom and pop's diner, but they also sell Kentucky Fried Chicken there. And some of these restaurants are still failing despite the fact they're now serving Kentucky Fried Chicken. So he hires a guy to help these restaurants out, to go in there and show them how to run a restaurant up to the Colonel's standard to help these businesses thrive. So that guy goes in there, fixes a bunch of KFCs, makes some profitable businesses. Colonel Sanders pays him a bunch of money. He turns around and uses that money to start his own chain of restaurants selling burgers, and that guy's name was Dave Thomas, and he named his burger chain after his daughter when—
Dude, that's so wild, bro. Look at that. That outfit is cute. They don't make cute things like this anymore.
Damn.
It's all crop tops and booty shorts. Freaking hate it, dude. So bad.
I told you it's a weird story, okay? You were warned. Now, this is also the same time period where he starts really leaning into the Colonel Sanders persona that we know today. He starts marketing himself as Colonel Sanders. People start calling him and knowing him as Colonel Sanders. This is when he started wearing the white suit that we all know today, because his kitchens and KFCs were so cleanly that you could work in the back of the kitchen and not get food product all over you. This is when he started dyeing his mustache and goatee all white and kind of like amping up the Southern accent and the Southern gentleman persona. Then the business model kind of shifts from just franchising the chicken itself and letting these random restaurants serve KFC to having a restaurant that was just what we know as today, a KFC, a place that just sells fried chicken. Keeps growing the company, has a ton of locations, and by 1964, he is 74 years old, and it's finally time for him to retire. People are wanting to buy the company. He doesn't want to sell the company because he knows they're going to fuck up the quality of his food. They're going to ruin it. He doesn't want to do it, but his family pressures him into it. He finally relents and sells KFC for $2 million plus a deal to be a lifelong brand ambassador for $40,000 to $80,000 per year. Shortly after he sells the company goes public. As soon as they go public, now the company is more concerned about making a return investment for their shareholders than they are about putting out quality food. So they go in and just completely ruin the quality.
This is gonna be a little bit of TMI, but there are times where I go to KFC, dude, and my stomach is like imploding on itself. Like, I am trying to avoid KFC at all cost because it makes me sick.
Just like he was concerned with. They quit using the pressure cookers and start using deep fryers. They go away from his original recipe and add extra crispy, which he was furious about and said was nothing more than a fried dough ball on top of a piece of chicken. And then the final straw was when they changed the recipe to his gravy. He was absolutely furious. He went inside of a KFC, tasted this gravy for the first time, threw it on the floor, and said it was nothing more than wallpaper paste. They just mixed tap water and a bunch of starch together and called it gravy.
I'm really sorry. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm really sorry too.
Colonel Sanders proceeds to...
Yeah. Imagine he pulls out a gun like, you guys better fix this.
Spend the rest of his life until he's 90 years old talking so much shit about KFC ruining his recipes, they had to sue him to get him to stop. He was a royal pain in the ass for KFC until he passed away from pneumonia at the age of 90. And that is the story of Colonel Sanders. Yes, he was real. Yes, all of that is true. Is he a good role model? Probably not, but you have to admire his ability to push through adversity and not take no for an answer. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon, go check out Pepperbox. Links for all those are over at thefatelectrician.com.
Dude, this guy's life is insane. This completely changes my outlook on Sanders. Whew. What a ride. Let me know what you guys say. Yeah, he died at I mean, I don't know how old the guy really was, but I mean, if he died at 90, he lived quite a life. I hope he repented and turned to Christ before he passed away, because goodness gracious, this guy's insane. Whew. I don't know. Ooh, yeah. I'm just really upset he cheated on his wife. Like, imagine, like, couldn't he just divorce her, like, sooner, like, before going on his, like, cheating escapades? Like, what's the point of even getting married to someone, bro? And then all the other nonsense that he's done, like, God, that is just such a wild freaking ride, man. Mamma mia, pizzeria. Well, that was fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that you guys really enjoyed that, and I really appreciate all of you, being super supportive and everything. Thank you so much for being an amazing community. Thank you for your support. I had a lot of fun, and I think we should definitely watch more Fat Electrician videos on stream. And yeah, he did. That was insane. Like, dude, that guy's life was insane, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun. Thank you for joining me tonight, guys. So tomorrow I'm not going to be streaming because I'm going to be helping out a church. So I will not be on. I think I'll be back on Wednesday. But to let you guys know, I'll probably be playing a video game. I know not a lot of people show up for video game streams, but we might react to a couple things. We might watch a couple things, and then I'll probably just play some video games because I've been itching to play something on stream. But obviously, I know that, excuse me. If you guys aren't able to join, no worries. I totally understand. Usually most people are here for like the just chatting part of my stream, so it's totally fine. And big thank you to Gym Farm. I know I don't even have my 2.0 model yet. I'm still waiting for the arts to finish. It's been how many months at this point? I think it's been 6 months of waiting for my VTuber model to be done. And I'm already on the road for a 3.0, which will likely be out, late summer, early fall. Excuse me, sorry. And that's because I'm working on a comic. So if you guys don't know, like before we head out here, and obviously if you have to go, don't worry about it. I'm just talking about things that I'm working on. So yeah, I know I've been, dude, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, before I get frustrated and I've had a good stream, I don't want to ruin my mood with it. So just to let you guys know, I am working on a comic. I am writing the comic and the characters myself. And I have the main illustrator who's going to be working on the black and white pages. So it's going to be in the manga style. I just say comic because it's not being made in Japan for Japanese people. There's the whole thing. But either way, manga style comic. It's going to be a mix of VTuber lore, but also a Christian comic as well. So it's going to be interesting. Try not to be too like preachy or anything when it comes out, because I would love for a lot of people to enjoy. And if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on Discord, whatever, on all my social platforms, you know that this has been a project that I have been wanting to do for years. I actually was drawing my own comic back in college, but I probably won't share that because my art was like not the best. But either way, I'm really excited to be working on this project. And thanks to you guys and your support here on Twitch, on Rumble, on YouTube, on Kick, and on Patreon as well. I'm able to do this because it's very expensive. It's a very expensive venture, guys. Like, one page costs like $100-something to get illustrated by somebody else. And on top of that, I have to spend time writing, making sure that things make sense, making sure it's clear. I have to brush off my brain. There's cobwebs in there. And, you know, I'm going to be in communication with the artists. They have other projects that they're working on. So hopefully next month, the first 5 pages to the comic will be available. So if you guys want to get behind the scenes access before anyone else, whether that's concept art, sketches, scripts, things like that, please join me on Patreon. I have different tiers available, but starting at the $10 tier, you can see behind the scenes. If you do the $5 tier, you'll get the comic 1 week in advance to everyone else, so people who are not on Patreon. And sometimes I'll post free updates and stuff, but I limit it because Patreon's like very specific for this project. Higher tiers, you're able to get more involved with the comic and even have a character or your own VTuber if you'd like. So while it's not required, of course, you know, everybody will be able to read the comic. If you guys want to support this this venture, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. And of course, support from these other platforms will be going towards that as well, along with other art. I have an artist who's working on a cover, and I've sort of teased a couple things on not Instagram, on Twitter already in terms of my new design. And Jim Farm has been very generous in helping, you know, also bring this project to life. So thank you to him. And so with the release of this comic, I'll be having another outfit, which is, honestly, at this point, it's going to be a whole new model because this Japanese artist works very quickly, but also very efficiently. So who knows? Maybe that model will be here before my 2.0. Oh, pain and suffering as I say these words. So that's those are the major things in the background right now. And yeah, I'm really excited. I know that there's a lot of Christian comics and stuff out there, but they ain't got the pink woman. We've got the pink woman, so it's gonna be based. And then I have been listening to my streams a little bit in my spare time, and I think I'm gonna have to upgrade my audio. The mic itself is actually a really good mic, but I think I have the wrong preamp, and it's been years since I've had this cloud lifter. I actually don't even know if it actually works, so I'm thinking about potentially upgrading that. I don't know when, but at some point, because I want my audio to sound really good, and I'd like listen to my videos and my streams, and I feel like you guys can hear me, but it's not very clear. And it might just be because I'm not that close to my mic all the time, but I don't know. We'll see. And yeah. Oh, also, if you're a YouTube member and you are part of the Cool Bean tier, I have uploaded this week's videos for you guys. So if you want to watch them ahead of time, you can. Meaning this is the second tier, not the first tier on YouTube. So let me know what you guys think about it. I always appreciate your comments. I can't respond to all of them on YouTube, but it makes my day if it helps you out. and I'm looking forward to uploading more long form videos. I think the world needs it. I think more people need to hear about Christ, and you know, I think these streams are very valuable and stuff like that, and I hope that it's been helping you guys in your walk. And yeah, really exciting stuff. Thank you for your support. I hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna see who we can raid out to before we head out here. So how much to get a physical copy of the comic once it's done? I'm not sure how much I would charge, but it depends based on the printing costs. But I'm gonna assume whatever comics go for these days, but we'll see. Hopefully, I would like to do like issues like once or every certain amount of pages, like maybe every 32 or 36 pages, maybe do like an issue that people can buy if they want to support the comic, and it would be like limited edition stuff. And then one day, if a publisher would like to pick up the, you know, thing and make it a graphic novel, then, you know, we'll never print those again, and whoever got an issue got an issue. So see you guys. I'll be back on Wednesday. God bless you. Have a good night. And for anybody who's staying, Ember is streaming, but I think I raided her the other day, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid an old friend, Mr. P. Tony. If you guys want to support him, he is a Christian streamer. Oh, Carrie's streaming. Sure, we can raid Carrie. I'll raid Carrie on Twitch, and then who's streaming on Kick? Oh, Amal is streaming. Amal's language is spicy though. You know, who cares? I'm gonna raid Amal on Kick, and we'll raid out to Carrie, guys. Carrie is another Christian VTuber. She recently lost her dog, and it has been very devastating to her. So if you guys want to show your support to Carrie, we'll go ahead and raid her. Thank you so much for your time today. God bless you, and have a good night. Thank you, Beans. Bye.